Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Hello, wait a minute, hold on. Whoa, no way. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Yo, thanks Fredzilla for the follow. How's everybody doing tonight? Some more ranked battles. we're playing ranked still. I know most people probably aren't playing ranked, but we are. We're doing it. We're doing it. What's going on, guys? What's up, Jabril? What's up, Truce? What's up, Jaylon? Or John L. I don't know why I say Jaylon. What's up, Zen? What's up, Random Ways? King Harold over on Twitch. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Did you watch Global Gym Battles, Pokemon? I don't know if I did. I don't even know what that is. I'm not going to lie. What's going on, everybody? Yo, Sassy Pikachu. Hello. What's going on? First time chatter. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We're in it. What's up, Light Rain? I need to mod Light Rain. I'm going to do that real quick. Can I do that somehow? How do I do that? How do we do it? Oh, mod Light Rain. Boom. There we go. Light Rain is now a mod, whether he wants to be or not. What's going on? What's up, Fraps Drinker? What's up, Jay? What's up, Ben? What's up, Demi? What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing? Studying, some ranked sprinkled in. All right. Very productive, I see, Ben. I love to hear it. Love to hear it. Light Rain with the mod. We need a mod on Twitch. Light Rain it fits the bill, I suppose. That's what he's there for. Seems late, but you got a haircut, right? Yeah, I got a haircut a couple days ago. I get my haircut maybe like once or twice, 2 or 3 times a year, I would say, to be fair. So the other day was one of them. Thank you, Lucas, for the subscription. Yo, what's going on? Aumanil? Aumanil? I don't know how to say the name. What's up, bro? I'm going to try your Silvally Giratina in rank today. Wish me luck. Hey, good luck. Hopefully it goes well for us. We're playing it again tonight. I have made one change to the deck list. We swapped one of the Mars for a silver. Yeah, so 1 silver, 1 Cyrus, 2 red, 1 Sabrina, 1 Mars. Hopefully having a little bit of an even better matchup in this weekend. What's up, D-Shook? How you doing, man? D-Shook needs to be modded as well. There we go. All right, D-Shook. Sniped him with the old Twitch mod. Any of the Discord mods can get modded on Twitch and or the YouTube chat. I just have to make sure to do it. I enjoy your channel. Thank you, Jared. Golden God, if you played Sweet Greninja and Gira in randoms in your Master Ball, you're a psycho and only want to watch the world burn. I think a lot of people are in that vein. I'm not gonna lie. Oh wait, might have missed it, but can you explain Mantike in this deck? It's just a baby Pokemon to be able to allow Suicune to attack on turn 2 if you're going second, right? Because Suicune's very strong if you're going second. What's up, G-Funk? Thank you for the follow. But it's very not that great going first. So Mantike is really to help with that. Most of the time, you don't really want Giratina in the active, so that's why we're only playing 1 Giratina, basically. Yo, Kai Kick, what's going on? Man, after no playing Suicune for a bit, it feels nice to hop back on. Play so unlinearly that it's fun. Mirror matches are super skillful, too. I actually quite like these Suicune mirror matches. The community has soured pretty heavily on Suicune, but that's just because it was the same thing when Buzzwole was common. It's just not a deck list that is really that easy to play, but also easy to play against, which is why I think a lot of people don't really love the metagame. That's one of my opinions. Mindless, thanks for helping me with the deck list. I made it to a top 1,000. Yo, congrats, bro. I'm hoping to get there next season. We're going to grind a little bit more. But anyway, let's just hop right into it. We're at 2550. That puts us at 3,229. We're not that bad. We're at a 53.5% win rate currently. We've only played like 430 matches. We really haven't played a whole lot. I'm a busy man. I'm busy making videos. But next season, we're going to try to play more ranked for sure. Definitely. I don't know how many games we'll have to play to hit like top 1,000, but I want to try to get that. The 2 skillful decks are the most hated. Yeah, people hated Buzzwole back in the day when it was like the meta deck. And I think a big reason for that was that it wasn't like super easy to play with or against, honestly. What's up, K-Smock? Big ups, Mads. Yo, big ups, bro. Thanks for tuning in. All right, we're going second. Typically a good thing for us. Into Suicune in leading type null. Our hand is actually horrible, but maybe we top deck over the next few turns. Going second here is definitely preferable. For sure. We are streaming over on Twitch as well, so if anybody, also has Twitch and wants to go support over there, it's a new channel. So anybody that can go and follow the Twitch or, whatever the case may be, I definitely appreciate it. Double Froakie comes down for double A. Yeah, our hand is pretty cheeks right now. It's pretty bad. Pretty not great. Thank you for the sub, Sonny. Or Sunny, rather. What do we want to do here? When do I think the next trailer for the set drops? Probably next week on Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know my dates, but around that time. Do we play Mars this turn? Probably not, right? We'll play next turn if we need to. Boom, that's a heads. Let's go. If he evolves, he's not going to evolve the active, right? So 2 research, 2 Gladion, 2 Silvally in our deck. So let's hope we don't just completely brick somehow. Anytime Buzzwole is meta, I'm happy. I love Buzzwole. It's one of my favorite decks. It really is. Okay, the research is clutch. Hopefully we draw something here. All right, we'll deal with that. We'll take the Suicune brick any day of the week. We do need another basic Pokemon, that's for sure. But not a bad start whatsoever. Not a bad start for us here. The thing I really like about Silvally is, especially going second, it is just extraordinarily strong right now in this current season. Next set's going to be A4B probably. Yeah, we'll probably get Mega Evolution after that. That was the plan. That was the plan. That's an easy first win there. Hopefully we have that luck for the rest of the night. We would like to go on another decent win streak. I think we had like a 7 or 8 game win streak and like a 4 or 5 win streak last night on the stream. So hopefully we can continue that. Hopefully we can continue that pace. You win unless they Cape Gren. Ah, it's all right. We would have just researched again, drawn a basic. We'd have been all right. All right, let's do it. Keep it going. Let's go, let's go. 2 Farah and Sellies. Yeah. That's how people, I think, most of the time play Buzzwole. The cool thing about Buzzwole is that it feels very strong, and it's good into Giratina Darkrai. It's one of the few decks that has a favorable Giratina Darkrai matchup, and I really do like that. They need Johto starters EX versions? Yeah, for sure. I honestly wouldn't mind if they... I wouldn't mind if they gave us, like, the trailer for B1, or if they gave us some B1 news when they also gave us, like, the next mini set, honestly. What do you think we'll see in the next mini set? I have no idea. It's going to be more of a standalone thing. Like, we had Eevee Grove and we had Shining Revelry, so it's going to be not necessarily Johto themed. It's going to be kind of its own thing, I believe. That's my belief, at least. What's up, Joke Razzie? Just want to say your deck got me out of ranked slump. Climbed from 2750 to 2916. Let's go. That's great news. I love to hear that. Love to hear that. We're not going to play Gladion this turn. We've learned our lesson from last stream. We can just bench this as well. I might try Silvally, but it's too linear for me. That's why I like it. When I'm playing ranked battles, I really do like a deck that is both fast-paced and a little bit more linear. That's just my opinion. And it's so good going second. It just sort of... It feels like it's actually really strong right now. Okay, the Pokemon Center lady, Espeon. It's crazy. Maybe not. I guess it could be... I don't know. He loses this turn anyway, so... A couple of donked wins. Just a couple of easy wins for us, which we love. We love that for us. Going second, Silvally just has the opportunity to just win games. You know what I mean? Like, that's what Silvally does. It just wins sometimes. Like, it's really hard to deal with unless you get off to a good start. Or Silvally goes first. But we do have Giratina and Mantike for that, right? Not Gen 2, but a special edition of cards. Shining Revelry makes sense. I really feel like what they should do is just give us alternate arts. Well, yeah. The thing is, they have to change the metagame, right? Because I would love for them to just give us a bunch of like old meta cards for free and make people be able to build all of the decks. But I think what they have to do is change the meta pretty drastically, right? We need like an Oricorio type mix-up, but something preferably that people enjoy. Everybody wants ability lock, and if we do get like an ability canceling Pokemon, that could be good for the game because then it would make the game much more like it was way back in the day, which I think people might like. But it is what it is. We gonna get a Leaf Baby? Nah, no shot. Maybe we will actually. That's probably what Badoo is gonna be. Are we going? Okay, we're going first here. Type no lead into Suicune. Not the best thing I've ever seen, but we do have Silver to potentially protect from Irida because we have Red and Silvally in hand. I actually don't hate the hand. You might think I'm crazy, but I don't hate this hand at all. Actually, I would like a Leaf Baby. Oh, it's Grand Ninja. It's Ori Ninja. Hello. What a random turn of events here. What a random turn of events. We could just turn one Silver. I might just try to snipe the old research from his hand. Oh, why does he have Pokeball 2 research? What is going on? Hello? What? What kind of a starting hand is Pokeball double research? What? Hello? I enjoy Gira Silvally a lot more than Zera. Yeah, I do too, Truce. Personally. I think it's better, but you know what I mean. Savali's a solid attacker when Suicune controls your bench placement. Yeah, exactly. It's got a decent amount of HP, and it hits for 100 damage. Like, it's pretty strong. The double red and Rocky Helmet actually allows you to KO Suicune on turn 2 pretty consistently as well. That's why we changed to silver, to potentially get those Iridas out of their hand. Oh, he is playing Suicune. Never mind. My bad. My bad. It's okay. We have red. We have Silvally. We're chilling. And he's down in energy. We're not in a bad spot. Reason for swapping silver from second Mars? I just mentioned it. It's mostly to get the Cyruses and the Cyruses and the Iridas out of Suicune's hand. That's mainly what it's all about. If we flip heads here, that's huge. Let's go. All right, so we KO next turn, which is massive. Because he already... Well, I guess he could just double up on Giratina, but I think we're still going to be fine. We do play one Sabrina in the deck, so we're probably going to need that. He repels us. Of course he does. Of course he also has Repel, right? Oh, yeah, and there's the second research that we removed from his hand that he somehow still drew. Whatever, right? Whatever. No rare Candy Greninja will be good here for us. There's a Pokemon in TCG that protects bench damage. Yeah. Oh, he capes the Giratina. That's an interesting play. There is, yeah. There's a bench barrier. Mew. I think it was Mew back in the day. Bench barrier Mew would be clutch if we could get it. Back-to-back Silvali's crazy. I'm actually just gonna... Yeah, because we have red in him. We can hit for 120, so if he Iridas, we're safe. So what we can do here is evolve double and then Mars. And hopefully he attacks us next turn instead of just Broken Space Bellowing. That would be ideal. And then we have the pocket red in hand. So even if he Iridas here, what we don't want, truthfully, we don't need to do the damage, but what we don't want... The Giratina is probably going to sweep us unless we can draw Sabrina or whatever. If he's smart, he would just Bellow again. Gigantamax would be cursed. It would be. We need a baby for all types. I know. I do kind of believe that. The thing is, like, water has Manaphy and Mantike, which is crazy. Yeah, he's just going to Bellow again. All right. No Rocky Helmet means we're a little bit scarce right now. And a Gladion that we can't play, which feels bad. Okay. I think we lose now, coincidentally. No Rocky Helmet means we lose, sadly. We've already played red. So. We can't play red again. Yeah, we can. We'll top deck Sabrina. We're good. I'll take the KO this turn. Please don't be a smart opponent, be dumb. I mean, he made the right play. Him putting Giant Cape on Giratina and just Bellowing, but the Repel early game is what's going to win him the game here. The fact that he had the Repel and stopped us from KOing that next turn, that turn there, was the reason why he's going to win. So he goes down to 150, but we don't have Rocky Helmet, right? Which means he doesn't go down to 130, so we can't really force the... With Rocky Helmet, this wouldn't be an issue really at all, but now we're reliant, unfortunately, on Sabrina, even though now Sabrina we don't win. So, it's a little bit tough. We got 10 cards in deck, 0 researches have been played. Our opponent has, like, 2 cards in deck because he went back-to-back Pokeball research. To open the game, any 1 second. Yeah, we're -5 card advantage. Absolutely cooked. Oh, the Rocky Helmet. We're a little bit late to the party on the Rocky Helmet, but yeah, it's unfortunate. Unfortunate game there. The Repel got us. Repel was really good into Silvally. The only reason I benched there, by the way, the only reason I benched and threw was because I thought we were playing Ori Ninja, but we ended up playing Oricorio and Suicune. The only reason we lost this game is because we benched there on like turn 1 when we had no reason to bench. We should have not. We should have not benched. So that's on us. We got played. I did not think we would be... Like, he led Oricorio, and I saw Froakian. I didn't see Suicune, so I was like, oh, we're playing Ori Ninja. Subscribing is free. You should do it. You should do it. But yeah, that's why we lost that game. We easily could have won. If we just didn't bench, then we could have... Like, we wouldn't have gotten repelled, and then we could have just KO'd the following turn and then gotten a free attack off on something, right? Like, we actually would have won if we didn't bench. And the only reason I did bench is because I was like, oh, we're not playing Suicune. But, yeah. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. What I like to do when I play ranked and when I play Pokemon Pocket is really try to, like, pick apart the games and find the potential reasons why we lost that weren't just straight like misplaying or just not like RNG, right? There's always a play you could have made that was better. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. A lot of people just chalk up things to like RNG, but quite honestly, I feel like there's more to it to most times in terms of why you lose. What was that card set that had a weird energy types? I want to say it was Gen 2 or 3 in the real TCG. Oh, I don't remember, Demigod. I've subbed since Ray Allen left the Celtics trust. Let's go. They succeeded with lightning and water. I think they tried to make fighting better the last 2 sets. Yeah, well, I don't know if they really tried. They kind of did. They gave us Hiker and like Poliwrath and Donphan. I like the Donphan Memory Light thing, but it really wasn't. It really wasn't great. I'll be honest. Giratina's spicy. At least we have this going first. We kind of sweep him, by the way. Do we silver here or research? I'm probably just gonna research. Do we want a silver? I don't know. I feel like a Cyrus win con later in the game is gonna be important, so I'm just gonna research. And then we'll probably just Sabrina next turn. Cyrus and Gladion. Okay, so we've got the whole supporter lineup in our hand here. What do I think of Hiker? I think Hiker's not a bad card. I think people kind of slept on it a little bit. It's just like, there's only 20 cards in the deck, right? And most fighting decks don't have space for Hiker, you know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel about it. I don't think it's bad by any stretch. I just don't think it's like that good. We can't actually Sabrina because he has Zero Aura, which is a little bit annoying, but what we can do though is just, well, do we think he has Giovanni, I guess is the question. Right? Oh no, he KOs anyway. Okay, yeah, we're probably cooked. Okay, all right. Let's think about this. We can double up on Giratina and KO next turn, but then we sacrifice the type null, which is probably just fine. But he could repel us, but if he does that, like, does it really matter? So I think we research and double up on Giratina and potentially draw into like a Rocky Helmet or something. Sovali and a Pokeball. Okay. It'd be nice if this was a type null. We could actually attach and retreat, but we don't want to get the damage off onto Giratina. So this is all fine. It's all good and fine. We're just going to double up. And then KO him next turn. We do have red in hand, so even if he capes. And then after that, we just take 50. Like, his full bench here is Oricorio. You know what I mean? So, we can also just Mars him if we draw into Mars. That would be pretty decent play next turn. It'd be pretty decent. I feel like Hiker might make the cut if we get stronger fighting basics. Yeah, for sure. He does repel us. That's fine. Doesn't matter. He tried to play us. We're not making that play. Supporter Infinity Gauntlet. We got the whole shebang here. We get the whole thing going. He's like, what do I do? What do I do? He might retreat. He hasn't attached. Yo. What on earth? Goes into Oricorio. Okay, so he has E-Switch then, right? He has to. He's going to E-Switch and hit, which is fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's NBD for us. No big deal for us. Savali has 110, which is hilarious. We could also Sabrina him. If we Sabrina him, what does that do for us, I wonder? Nothing really. I think we still hold the Sabrina. We're just going to evolve both here. Oh, the Rocky Helmet is cool. So if we evolve, we don't get KO'd by anything next turn unless he has something specific, which is probably why I'm going to do Rocky Helmet. We're going to silver this turn, see if he has anything spicy in his hand. I don't want the Cyrus, though, do I? I don't want to get Cyrused. I would rather him research than Cyrus. I don't want to concede. So I'm actually going to get rid of the Cyrus, because I just don't want him to bring up this type null. And we'll split here. And then we'll bellow. And I think we're kind of in a GG spot. I think we've effectively GG'd our opponent. It was definitely better to get rid of the... Unless he just top deck like a Giovanni or something. Yeah, he's going to research. It's all good. All good. Does he have Geo? We get red carded. That's fine, actually. The red card doesn't really matter much. He has to either just stay in or not, and if he stays in, then we're chilling. The Sabrina's also pretty good. What we need, truthfully and honestly, what we need is Gladion or Silvally so we can KO the Zeraora after. But we can actually just attack the Zeraora, go down to 130, and then he just can't KO. You know what I mean? And he's going to retreat now. Yeah, that's smart. That is smart. But we can Sabrina him now, this turn. And that way we can guarantee a KO on either Tapu Koko or the Oricorio, right? That's got to be the better play here. It's got to be the better play. Gladion, though. Yeah, we have to Sabrina. Because he's got 0 energy on either of these. So now we can get a KO on Oricorio. And the Zeraora has damage, so we can always Cyrus this thing up later in the game. I like the Sabrina play. Maybe it didn't make that much sense, but I'd rather get the Oricorio out of here before anything. Yeah. This is all fine and dandy. And then we can Gladion next turn and then also live a hit with Silvally. And we're chilling. You know what I mean? Then we just KO the following turn, and then we have Giratina to wrap things up. Because now what he has to do is go into Zeraora, KO, and then we KO it. Actually, we might actually still lose. I think we might actually still lose the game here. Now that I realize, actually, I kind of do realize. Well, we can go into Giratina and then stall for a turn. So we don't have to go into Type Null and then get 2 KO'd. It's probably the better play. But then if we take damage, then, you know, it's going to be a little awkward. He capes the Zeraora, which is fascinating. It's a fascinating play. And now he's going to set up this. Okay, so then we'll lose to a Cyrus at some point, which he probably will have. Okay, this is a little bit awkward, actually. We might still lose, because we can't... Actually, we can just KO with Giratina. What am I talking about? Right? We just KO with Giratina. We just attach Gladion KO. And then we have GG the following turn, because he can't revenge KO, right? We Gladion this turn. When I run this deck, I get Mantike, no basics. You got to play more games with it. That's what you need to do. Yeah, so we just KO here, and then what? Then what does he do? Anybody? What does he do now? He loses, right? Am I wrong? I think I'm right. He's going to go into Oricorio. And then what? He's going to KO me with Oricorio. Okay. He's trying to... Okay. He wants us to not have a supporter, right? Actually? Okay. A little bit sketchy off the top deck, because Gladion's not going to help us here. Okay, we lose to an E-switch now. No, we can just retreat. And hit for 50. Although now we lose to a Cyrus. Okay, so we got unlucky off the Mars. We might have bricked off the Mars. I'm not going to lie. But we have to retreat. Because we lose to an E-switch. Whereas if we don't, we lose to E-switch and Cyrus, right? So we always just retreat here. And then hit for 50 because we have Cyrus in hand. And hopefully he doesn't have... You know. Yo, thanks for the sub, Lobo. Yeah, we got a little bit unlucky. Yo, what's up, Mr. Pickle? Do I have a set schedule of lives? We're just going off lives. Yeah, we're just flying. Okay, so if he has Cyrus and Elemental Switch, we lose. Or Sabrina, I guess. He needs Elemental Switch to win. I mean, he Mars'd away our Mars. So. Oh, Oh, is he... All right. I think we lose because he has E-switch. Oh, he has it. Okay. All right, yeah. It's actually incredible how we just got GG'd there. All right. We got played. We got played. Listen, he bricked us with Mars, and then he had E-switch in hand. I don't know what else to tell you. There's literally nothing, no other outcome could have saved us from that game. We do have Mantike, theoretically speaking. We got smoked. Should have bellowed? Yeah, you're right, I guess. We should have bellowed. You're right. You're right. I wasn't considering the fact that we lost to E-switch either way, because he could have KO'd and then we wouldn't have been able to revenge KO. I wasn't counting my energies. My bad. We misplayed, my bad. Yeah, I know. In hindsight, definitely should not have attacked. Would running one Leaf help? Yeah, I think Leaf would be good in the deck. I think I would rather play things like Silver and Mars and Red and all of the other cards we have, but Leaf is definitely not a bad choice. Maddie, no joke, you're in a live action Mario. I wish I was Italian. I could play it off. I could pull it off. I need a hat. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I don't know, I just missed it there. I just wasn't, like, thinking. I realized that we had 2 energies on Giratina, but I also just didn't consider that if he had E-Switch, he could just KO the active for whatever the reason. Why didn't I think that? I don't know. It is what it is. We're playing Metal. Is this going to be potentially Sol Galeo? Could be interesting. Still good, though? You saw you potentially could have won? Yeah, I mean, hindsight. I mean, he had E-Switch anyway, right? He Marsed us into a dead hand somehow and had E-Switch. Oh, it's Scar. Right, yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, he got lucky, right? We misplayed because we had the opportunity to win, but he definitely got pretty lucky. The Mantike. Rocky Helmet, Red Giratina kind of just walls Skarmory, not gonna lie. So let's let it ride. What would you consider as the 19th and 20th card in this deck? Probably like Sabrina and Silver, I would say. That's kind of what I would consider the cards that I would next change. That's my opinion. We're going to double up on Giratina so that we can KO next turn if he doesn't play like a damage reducing card. We live 2 attacks anyway, right? So are we really like that worried? He plays Rocky Helmet, okay. Show me the Jasmine or whatever it's called. What is it called? Is it Jasmine? Is that the one that reduces the damage? He goes to 130 and then we do minus 20. Yeah, okay, he has it. That's all good. It's all good. No stress. No stress. Do we retreat, I wonder? Probably, right? We might retreat here. I feel like it'd be better to retreat. Because we're not getting KO'd, and then we can leave Giratina for later in the game. Because we're not KOing here. And I don't want to stay in. You know what I mean? We could Silver this turn, potentially. If we retreat and Bellow, we're good, and then we can Silver to protect from like Cyrus or a second Jasmine. I kind of like that play. The Cyrus, right? Definitely the Cyrus. This deck is surprisingly good, especially if you go second. Yeah, it's definitely a going second deck list, but we have a lot of strengths going first too, that you can't discredit. It's definitely a decently strong deck going first too, right? With Giratina and Mantike, it's possible, right? Oh, okay. I guess he just top decked it again. That's something, I guess. Okay. All right. So he top decked the Cyrus that we just got rid of, which is really bad for us. Really bad. It's okay. We just retreat again. Just retreat again, I guess. This is gonna bring us to 2. Does this even help us at this point? We have to retreat because we can't attack this turn, so we're doing it again, I guess. Fun times. Incredible times. I think these Skarm decks play 2 Cyrus. Still. If he has another one, I'm going to be absolutely cooked. I'm absolutely cooked. The PCL's fine. We're not worried about the PCL. We actually just KO this turn with red. You should have just retreated and attached Silvally. That's what we did. Oh, well, no, we attached Giratina. Why would I have attached Silvally there? It makes no sense. We were setting up to... Why? Yeah, doesn't make any sense to it. Wait, did we? Did we not? I don't even remember. But either way. Could have killed Skarm? How would I have killed Skarm? What do you mean? I had 2 energies on Giratina. I don't KO here. I have to hit for 130. Yeah, but then, so he does 20, right? So if we hit for 100, he gets KO'd back with Rocky Helmet, unless he heals. We have to attack. There's no reason not to attack here. So that he goes down to Rocky Helmet. Know what I'm saying? We might be behind. Gonna need a janitor to mop up the floor with all that violence. Unreal. Yeah, I don't even know. But I don't know what happened over the last 2 turns, but I wouldn't really change it. I wouldn't change anything about what happened over the last 2 turns, I don't think. Unless I missed something. Last turn? How would I have KO'd with last turn? What do you mean? We had 2 energies on Giratina, and he Cyrused it up into the active. So we couldn't attack that turn. Okay, so he's going to retreat into the other Skarmory. Oh, no, he doesn't. So he just goes down to the Rocky Helmet. Okay, this man doesn't know how Jasmine works, I guess. So that's crazy. That's something, I guess. We're going to go to a tie here, which is unfortunate. But do what you got to do. You do what you got to do. In case we get Marsed, I'm going to red him this turn. wait a minute. If we don't bellow this turn, though, what happens so if he has Cyrus or whatever, we lose, right? Could have retreated and attacked a turn earlier? How? With Silvally, you mean? I don't know what you mean. I could have retreated with Silvally, you mean? I don't know. So, okay, we either hit here, potentially flip heads, hit him for 60, and then KO him the following turn, or we get Cyrus and we win. If we don't, if we Broken Space Bellow here, all we're doing is forcing a tie, and I don't want to do that. So I think we always go for the win here, even if it opens up the opportunity for us to lose. Am I wrong? We can bench Mantike, though, so we don't lose to... Yeah, we can do that. So I'm going to go for the win and hope that he just doesn't have it. We flip heads, by the way. Crazy. Yo, thank you for the sub, Mario. Yo, Mario. We were just talking about Mario. All right, we probably lose here, but we'll see. There's a chance we don't. I don't understand what you guys were talking about. Retreat? How could I retreat? We started Giratina. How could we have attacked a turn earlier? Do you mean with Silvally and not Giratina? Yeah, 2 on Giratina, 1 on Silvally. Instead, I attached to Giratina and retreated instead of Silvally. Yeah. Yeah, because... Yeah. I still think that was better to do. I still think it was better to do that. This game wouldn't have been an issue at all, by the way, if we just didn't get... If he didn't top deck the Cyrus that we Marsed. Or that we silvered. Yeah, Giratina had 2 energy and Silvally had 1. So you could attach to Silvally and then retreat, but then we can't attack the following turn with Giratina. You need to watch the replay because I would have won this game. Would I have? Well, we force a tie regardless. Unfortunately. Did he heal? Or did he just... No, he just didn't have it. I forget what happened. Yeah, I would have lost the Tina, though. It has 10 HP. We lose this turn, though. GG. All right. All good. It's the same thing as tying anyway, so. He does play 2 Cyrus, by the way. Somebody confirmed it. Did I mess up? What happened? What happened? I wasn't paying attention. I was reading chat. What happened? I'm confused. Did he heal? I missed it. I don't know what just happened. I wasn't paying attention. I'm not going to lie. We hit him for 60, right? He was at what? What? I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see what happened there. Weren't we supposed to KO? Didn't we hit him for 60 and then we should have just hit him for 100? How did he live? Did he have... What happened? Oh, he played Jasmine, right? Oh, no, but he... Should have attached to Tina and bellowed? Yeah, but then we would have just forced the tie, and I told you I wasn't playing for the tie. I don't want to play for the tie. We are going for the win. I can't... How do I rewind? How was Skarmory X not meta last season? I don't know where Skarmory was last season. I think there was probably more fire or something. I forget. Does anyone know how... Oh, he Jasmined? Okay. All right, I wasn't paying attention to that. I'm too busy reading the chat. So he had second Jasmine and second Cyrus back-to-back. That's pretty fortunate for our friend there. It's Gladio. Wait, but... No, but I thought he played his second Jasmine the turn that he KO'd himself. Oh, right, but that was the following turn when we attacked with Silvally. Oh, I get it. I understand now. We could have gone for the tie, but honestly, I'm not trying to play for ties. Like I would, it ends like any streaks or whatever anyway. Espeon, oh that's right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, Espeon 100% hard-walled Skarmory. I totally forgot. that's why Skarmory didn't see play last season. That's pretty funny actually. I did just remember that. He leads with Circle Circuit Pikachu, which is not great. Or Choreo Tapu Koko. Okay. Lots of stuff going on here. I think we start to split. I think we split here. No Rocky Helmet is a little annoying, but... No need to bench that now, but I will evolve. Here are a couple Skarm decks that I've done recently. Drop the non-EX card for Ori. Really? Yeah, Espeon hard-walled Skarm for sure. We lost last game. It all kind of really just comes down to us getting... We silvered away Cyrus, and then he top-decked Cyrus. We would have been absolutely chilling if he didn't do that. We would have been absolutely chilling. We get Sabrina. What is happening? I don't know what's going on, but... I'm fine with it. I really am. No Rocky Helmet is so annoying. How come we never have Rocky Helmets? Huh? All I want is a Rocky Helmet. That's all I want in life. He has no E-Cord too, so that's something. You could make the case to Bellow here, but I think we just attack, and then we go into Type Null, and then attach and KO, right? So we're not KOing here. If he Cords, then yeah, that's annoying, right? But then we can just Bellow. So, we're doing it this way. Yeah, okay. So there's the Cord. Okay, so now we have to deal with this Pikachu next turn, but I don't really care because Type Null is coming. Unless he has a second Sabrina or something. Okay, we get Mars. That's fine. Guzma in this deck would be good against landing decks, but for the most part, I don't care that much about it. Okay. So... Okay, this is fine. If we have a Silvally, then... Okay, we don't. I'm going to Rocky Helmet the active. Okay. The issue here, right, is that he's going to split. So if we KO, he can't KO with Oricorio, and if he goes into Pikachu, like that's the problem, right? That's the annoying part. But if he goes into Pikachu, he's down all of his energies, which we don't really care that much about. So I don't think we Broken Space Bellow yet. I'm just going to Silver this turn. Yeah, okay, so he's got Cape and E-Switch, which is funny. It's funny that he decided to Cord here instead of Caping. I swear Silver and Mars are related. They might be. There's a good chance. So we always just KO here instead of Bellowing, and because it doesn't matter, right? Because if he KOs with Pikachu, he's down all of his energies. This deck is hard without Guzma? I don't think this deck's hard at all. I think this deck's broken. I think this deck is broken. I think we misplayed 2 games ago, and then we got super unlucky last game. But our deck's cracked. Yeah, so he's got to go into Pikachu here, which means he's going to discard all of his energies, and we're just going to Bellow in his face. We have... okay, so this is good. So we have Sabrina and Cyrus in the deck. Like, we don't mind this. Fisherman looks like Red's dad. Okay, so he has Cape and E-Switch in his hand. I don't know why he hasn't Caped yet, but yeah. We can Mars him to 1 as well. So yeah, what this comes down to now is Repel, imagine. We just saw his hand. He would have had a top deck. Okay, so we have Sabrina and Cyrus in the hand, as well as double Research, yeah. We're going to play the Research and not Mars, because we need to draw into the Sabrina or the Cyrus. There it is. And, okay, well, they're both there, I guess. Now we're going to get Mars, right? That's how that works? His hand is E-Switch and Cape. We know that. So whatever he plays here, he's going to top deck. Just 4-streaked with his exact deck. Let's go. Pokeball is his top deck. That's fine. It's going to be Oricorio, but we have Cyrus, so it's fine. We are chilling. Big chilling. Easy wins. Easy matchup. Did we go first this game? We did, right? I feel like we've gone first the last, like, 5 games, but it's all good. Bada bing. Let's go. The other good thing about playing Silvally is that, like, Oricorio is fairly common. People are still playing Oricorio, even though I've told them so many times that it's not a valuable counter to Suicune. People still just believe that it is. It's really not. It's really not. Oricorio is not very good into Suicune, but it is good into Giratina Darkrai to some degree. It's good into other decks, but just not really good into Suicune. Let's go. Back in it. Yeah, he dug his own grave. That's what I was saying. Like, he could go into Oricorio, not KO, or go into Pikachu and discard all his energies. You know? That's the upside, though, because Pikachu, like, that deck list is tough when you have to go through 2 Silvallis, right? It's better when you don't have to do that, and you can just sort of go through 2 Pokemon to win the game, but... we lead type. No, we're playing a fighting deck. This is probably Silvally Rampardos, I would think. Yeah. Okay, but we're going second, so we have that advantage going for us. I think Ori is overrated. This season, it's very overrated, yeah, because Greninja is everywhere. That's why it's overrated. He researches. Let's see if he draws a fossil here. No fossil. Sabrina, too, just in case. We Mars. We Mars hit, and then we hope that we draw off Gladion, I think, is the play here. I think, basically. It's heads. This is the matchup I've been waiting for. We go second. We should be at an advantage here. It really just depends on if we pull a stupid type null off of this Gladion. That's really what this game comes down to. Okay, there's the fossil. So now we lose to like a Rampardos. We can silver this turn to see what's in his hand, though. He does flip heads, which is crazy. So we actually just get KO'd if we don't grab Silvally here. Oh, its second type null is perfect, actually. Okay, so the sketchy thing here is like, well, we always Gladion, but... Or he does make the Dark Tuna matchup easier. It makes the Dragonite matchup easier, technically. Okay, so we gotta hope for no, You would Sabrina here? We had to Gladion to KO. I don't think we ever Sabrina here. Because if he has Silvally or Gladion in hand, we lose, right? So we have to just KO here and then hope he doesn't have Rare Candy and Rampardos in his 3-card hand. With 13 cards in deck. I guess Cranidos he can KO. That's true. That is true. But, I mean, we can't not KO the active there. Like, genuinely. We have to. Oh, he has research. Here we go. What are your thoughts on the Decidueye wildcard deck you posted? I like Decidueye right now. All right. Okay. So, yeah. He's got Rampardos, so we lose, basically. Unless we draw another basic, we lose the game. Sadly. Sadly. Feels bad. We got high rolled. Oh, Pokeball. Oh, it's Mantike. Oh, no. Okay. Rip to us, I think. Rip to us. We got unlucky. All right. Legally, he has to have it. That's right. We can hope he doesn't draw a basic. We can hope he doesn't draw a basic. And then, yeah. We called it? Bro, I mean, if we don't Gladion there, we lose. So. That's how that goes. He's so close to going down. All right. If he doesn't draw a basic, then we tie, which is funny. No Giratina on the back line as well. We pulled a Mantag off the Pokeball, which is funny. So. LOL. All right. We know obviously he's going to draw the basic, though. He's got Gladions and stuff in his deck. He's got 4. Yeah, all right. All right. He just top decks the fossil. Sweet. Sweet. Love it. I called the Pokeball draw. Yeah, man. He did it to us. He did it. He did it. Unlucky yet again. You can't, literally, there's nothing you can do about a turn 2 Rampardos. You know, you just lose to it. There's no, you can't beat it, really. If we had Giratina, then maybe we could have made the call, but if we Sabrina'd there, we had no way of confirming a KO on the Fossil, and then he would have just researched into Rampardos anyway, and then we would have lost. So, you know, you get rolled by the old Rampardos. There's no way around it. There's no way around it. I wonder if he had either a Rampardos or a Rare Candy in hand, or if he drew both of them off the research. That's what I'm curious about, because he top decked research, I think. Or no, he might have just have it in hand. He might have just had it. Use Sabrina's to flip the coin, so you can set up a second Silvally to finish his Silvally in Rampardos. I still think it's mathematically a better choice there to... it's still mathematically a better choice to KO the active and bank on no Rampardos. That's... I wholeheartedly believe that. I really do. Yo, is this another Orc? Oh, this might be... Yeah, this is probably Suicune with Oricorio, like everyone seems to be playing right now for some reason. You couldn't play around that? Yeah, I think we lose either way. Theoretically speaking, like what he's saying is that we could have Sabrina flipped heads on the coin and then hoped he didn't have Gladion or Silvally. Right? Theoretically. If this is Suicune, I'm not going to bench yet. Actually, what's crazy here is that we actually Mantike and we don't Bellow. Am I wrong about that? I might be wrong to Splashy Toss here, but I'm going to do it since we have the type null. Yeah, his Silvally was in one-shot range. We'll see what his hand is here, but yeah, we're because he has Ori in the active. I actually want to just go ahead and whatever Splashy Toss there, because I don't know what we're playing, and we already had to bench Giratina, so well, I guess we didn't have to. We probably shouldn't have benched Giratina, but all right, what do we top deck? Sabrina, that's incredible. GG. Insane top deck, bro. This Sabrina's so clutch. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. We made the right play. We guessed. We did the 50-50 guess, and it worked out. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? This is why we play Mantike, everybody. Let's go. Let's do it. A little bit of luck on our side, finally. This telegraphs Silvally, but thankfully he doesn't Mars you. That's a good point. But even if he Marses us, bro, we can just draw into Gladion. We can draw into one of our two Silvallis. Like, we're not afraid of the Mars on turn 1 there with double Gladion, double Silvally in our deck. Just doesn't make any sense to be, yo. All right. I would have been upset there if we didn't have another supporter. Our whole deck supporters, but yeah, I would have been upset if we didn't. Get the attack off. All right. All right. We'll take it. Take it to the bank. Let's go. Yeah, so we should be getting some news next week about the next set. Now, what I'm actually curious about is Pokemon Pocket devs, you know, and everybody that's in the world of, yo, thanks, Ryan, for the sub. Like, I have half a mind to think that they might just abandon whatever mini set they had planned coming up, and they might just roll out like a major update slash they might just go into B1 next set. I would be pretty... I'd be surprised. Like, I don't know. I think they're panicking on the back end, personally, for Pokemon Pocket because of the massive drop-off in engagement and player base that they've had, and probably money that they've made. I think the trailer will come out on Thursday. What day is Thursday? Because the set's set to come out on the 30th. What's up, Steve? Hey there, are you playing this deck because you think of it's the #1 deck for climbing or enjoyment? I think that this is one of the more well-positioned decks in the game currently. That's my thought. That's what I think. Mantike, lead, red, Gladion. This is insane stuff. This is actually insane stuff. We Gladion this turn, right? Do we? No. Do we? No. Do we? No, we don't. $10, some non-English trailers gonna release again? Yeah, for sure. Thursday's the 25th. It'll probably come out on Tuesday or Wednesday then, is my guess. That's my guess. Usually they do it a week before, but not always, you know what I mean? Sometimes they don't. Normally they do, but sometimes they don't. Kalos or Hoenn? Well, we're getting Megas, so the next set's going to be just a Mega set. I don't know if it's really going to be themed around a region. If it is, it's going to be Kalos themed. What do you think the top off point for 5K this season at 2,700? I don't want to play anymore. I don't know what it'll be, bro. I'm horrible at guessing that stuff. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie to you. So this is going to allow us effectively to GG him, right? Because we're going first and we're attacking. Unless we don't get a second Silvally, we basically win this game. Pretty sure. That's how that goes. You can make the case to Bellow there, but I don't think we do, because we want to guarantee the KO here on this Darkrai. Thought the Mega Set was coming out at the end of October. It's supposed to, yeah, Alistair. That was the play. The idea, Dina mentioned that they were looking into being able to trade 2-stars in promos. They need to do a lot more than that, quite frankly. They need to do a lot more than that. The potion there is actually really annoying, because we have to play red this turn. The potion into the silver away our one supporter is crazy. Actually crazy. That's fine. We can still just hit for 50 and then he goes down to this and we can do our thing. What a crazy thing to do. What a crazy turn. B1 should be another 3-pack set. I don't think they'll do that. Maybe though. They might. They could. They might and they could. Do we attach to Giratina here or do we attach to the other Silvally is what I'm really curious about. What do you guys think? What's the better attachment here? If we attach to Giratina, we can Bellow the following turn, and then it's kind of GG because we have Rocky Helmet in the active, right? Like, if we set up this Silvally... Yo, Kalen! The channel membership, dude. Thank you so much, bro. Welcome. Welcome. I'm pretty sure we attach Giratina here so that we can just... Oh, no, because we're getting the free attack off on Giratina next turn. So we attach to the other Silvally, and I guess we just hope we draw out a supporter. That's probably more likely. You know what I mean? And he damages himself, too. I forgot he's got 2 energies. To be fair, like, not attacking and doing that all next turn would make the same effect, but because he can't attack next turn, like, we always just do that. So we can get to it. Silvally attacks off, should 2-hit KO. Unless we just brick on supporters somehow. With our whole deck is supporters, maybe we brick on it. Literally our entire deck is supporters, other than one Pokeball. So. Yeah. Yo, I haven't seen a channel member in a while, dude. Shout out to whoever did the channel membership, dude. Kalen, you're the man. Or maybe you're not the man. I don't know. I don't know who you are. I'm not trying to assume anything, but it's a figure of speech. Thank you. Pretty confident that they go with a 3-pack expansion. Man, it would be wild. Okay, so the Sabrina low-key does not help us there. And if we top deck a Cyrus, we're absolutely smoked. But we ride off into the sunset. I mean, he goes down to 60, so even if he heals here, all we need is a supporter. What do we have in the deck, right? So we've gotten, we have Cyrus, which we don't want. We have Mars, we have Silver, we have 2 Research, and we have 2 Red. Our whole deck is, we also have a 1 Rocky Helmet, I forgot. So, a little bit sketch. But even after that, right? I mean, even if we don't draw something, we can just Bellow. Right? We can just double up and Bellow, and then still probably win. Actually, no, because then we'll go down. But like the stream, please. That's right, Brody. We still tie if he has no heals. Yeah, but he probably does have. Well, I don't know. He does have heals. Okay. Okay, good for him. So now we just need a playable supporter. It's very likely. It might not happen, but it's quite likely. I wonder if there's a case to be made here for us to... I wonder if he doesn't attack. That would be crazy if he didn't attack. He might not attack. Because if he doesn't attack, we could still retreat in Sabrina. Be in a similar position. Not a great position, but a similar one. Because he might not, right? Because he has Darkrai. That's what he's debating right now, is whether or not he's going to not attack or not. It's an interesting scenario, but we can always retreat, right? So he would be smarter to... He doesn't attack, okay. All right. What do we top deck, though? That's the question. Red? Yo, it's happening. It's unfolding between our eyes. Is what's crazy, actually. We can't hit, right? Because he has Rocky Helmet. So we have to retreat. Now, the question here is, do we Bellow? But this Mantike has damage, so we technically lose to like a Cyrus, right? So I think we just Sabrina and attack. You stream too much? Bro, come on. I'm trying to stream more, Cole. I feel like Dina's been coasting the brand, but has been slow implement changes. Yeah, I think they're kind of waiting. I don't think we Bellow here, right? There's no way we Bellow, because he can just attach and retreat. So we have to hit. and then KO the following turn with Savali. We always put the pressure on here and open up a Cyrus win con. Now, he could Cyrus and then KO this with Darkrai and get rid of Rocky Helmet, which would be really annoying, but we're still in a fine position if he does. Yeah. Okay. So, again, this all still determines on whether or not we draw a playable supporter, right? I believe. Is there a world where we go into Giratina here? Because he just played... I think there's a world where we go into Giratina. I'm doing it. It's probably a misplay, but we're doing it. It's probably a misplay, too. We have 2 red in the deck, bro. I just want to play the red. What are the odds that he plays a second Cyrus, right? Pretty slim, I would say. Quite frankly. Cole invests too much? That's right. He does invest too much. We're going to top deck red. It's all good. Oh. 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 How did we ended up losing this game, which is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Technically, we don't lose, but it's looking a little bit grim. It's looking a little grim. Oh, why did we play the Mars there? We should not have played the Mars. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad, guys. We lose anyway, actually. I just remembered because he can just attach to Giratina. All right. Somehow we bricked both turns on win conditions there. Double red in the deck, double research in the deck. Incredible. It's truly incredible stuff. Truly incredible stuff there. We could have gone for the tie, but I don't want to go for the tie. Yeah, I don't tie. We don't. If I have the opportunity to tie, I'd rather just give the win to my opponent. 100%. I'm not going to lie. We could have forced the tie here, but nobody wants that. You know what I mean? I'm not, like, I'm avoiding any ties possible. We got just very unlucky that game is really what it comes down to. He had Cyrus in hand. We missed somehow, literally, like, what? How did we have, what, like 10 cards in the deck? And I think not, like 8 of them were playable supporters. We missed all of them. Do I plan on doing another tournament for the next set release? I'll probably do a tournament next month for sure. Run Lantern? I don't want to play Lantern. I think Lantern's funny, but I don't want to play Lantern. We're getting unlucky this stream, quite frankly. We are. We have had so many opportunities to win, and our opponent's just getting very lucky. A tie's like kissing your sister. Yeah, I mean, I guess we don't lose points, but like then our opponent also doesn't gain points. So it's like I'd rather him just gain points on us. I honestly would rather do that. Ties are so pointless. They really are. Because it just wastes both people's time. I would rather go negative than have my opponent and I both go like neutral. Going first type no lead is a little annoying, but it's okay. But yes, El Marco, we probably will do a tournament sometime next month for whatever the next metagame is. That's the plan. We don't have red in hand, but maybe we draw into it. Giratina. We're gonna research. TCG in a nutshell, that's right. Okay, so there's the red. But we don't have... I don't want to bench Giratina, though. The thing is, if we bench Giratina and we bellow, then that opens things up, right? It technically gives us the opportunity to do something. But then we get KO'd the following turn guaranteed, right? Which we don't want. It's still... I think it's still worth it to have Giratina here. I kind of forget what we would normally do, but we're just going to do it. And then we're just going to double up on Giratina next turn because we have red in hand. We're probably going to get Mars or red carded, but I think it's still worth doing this. We might draw into a rare candy, or not a rare candy, a Rocky Helmet or something. We're probably making a lot of plays that are questionable tonight, but we're going all in. Oop. Squeaking off the Pokeball. He also has Froakie. Why wouldn't he? Also has Giratina. Why wouldn't he have every single basic Pokemon in the game? Why wouldn't he draw every single card ever? Who knows? I mean, what are the odds, though? Like, out of a 20-card deck, you just have all of your basics. It's a little bit crazy. Probably going to see a rare candy Greninja next turn. We get KO'd if he rare candies, right? We don't have silver. We could split here. Does splitting do anything for us? Splitting means that we live, and then we can hit for 210 next turn and possibly draw like a Rocky Helmet or whatever. But I don't love that play. Is that our only play? This game mostly comes down to luck. Yeah, it's the case with any TCG for sure. What do we do here? Do we split? If we double up on Giratina, we can just KO him next turn. And then he's going to get baited into KOing, right? And then he doesn't have any options. So I think we just double up. Although he could play Repel, right? Legally required Greninja draw coming? Probably. He KOs regardless, though. Which is why I kind of want to evolve. But I also don't at the same time. Is it weird to say that? We've already committed to that. But I'm just going to bench the type null because he's already KOing. In case he has, like, Repel or whatever. And I'm going to hold Mars. And I'm just going to Bellow. I don't think splitting makes any sense. Because we'd have to evolve to split. And then what? We don't have a Rocky Helmet. And he's got Irida in hand. So I think it's better to just do this and then bait out the KO. Okay, we're going to get Greninja Cyrus this turn, which is fun. We love that. We love that for the squad here. we're gonna get Rare Candy Greninja Cyrus with this guy's 3-card hand here, which is insane. Oh, he bellows. Okay, that's fine. We're fine with that. We're fine with that. I'm gonna just play the Sabrina for no reason other than that I want to. Okay, so now we can just hit and evolve this. Actually, do we evolve that Silvally? That's a good question. Him bellowing there is interesting. We want to force the attack for sure. But it's better to get the 3 energies onto... It's better to get the 3 energies onto Giratina either way. So I don't regret our decision not to split. I really don't, because we have red in hand. So unless he bellows again... Although I guess now he can... If he has Cyrus, we get cooked for sure. And we get KO'd, which is bad. Okay, he's going to Irida, which is fine. So we can evolve, retreat, KO the active. He's going to bellow. He bellows again, which is just nasty work. What we need is a rare candy dramatically here. We can Mars if we don't have silver. The Rocky Helmet is big. Okay. Yeah, well, now we're just going to do this stuff. We're just going to do all of this. And we Mars him this turn. And we hit here, and we just hope he doesn't have Cyrus, I guess is the play. If he has Cyrus this turn, we lose for sure. But I mean, we went first into Suicune, so it's like at the end of the day, you know, we're in that world regardless, right? Okay, all right. Still no Cyrus, which is hilarious. Now we have a Rocky Helmet on the Silvally. I would like a Rocky Helmet on our Giratina if possible, but now he's gonna KO, and we can KO with Type Null, and then yeah, as long as he doesn't have whatever, Cyrus next turn, we're chilling, right? He keeps the active. That's fine. Now we're forced to red the active, which is fun. Well, we're not forced, but we... Do we? I don't know if we do or not. It's an interesting dilemma, isn't it? He has to have Cyrus. He's got 6 cards in deck, so we just lose here, unfortunately. We just lose here. Oh, well. Oh, well. We just Marsed him into research, and now he's got 5 cards in deck. Yeah, it's GG. All right. We're locking in. We're locking in here. We know he doesn't have it. We know he doesn't have it. This is kind of where I wish I had a second Mars, honestly. But, I mean, you know, in the same vein, though, like, we just don't have silver. You know what I mean? We would have needed the second Mars anyway, which feels bad. So. Oh, well, right? Oh, well. Oh, well, we know he has Cyrus. It's not even a question if he does or not. It's not even a question. We have to red. We can bench the Mantite because it doesn't actually matter. So why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. We could have held the Mars there. And then we could have Gladioned, theoretically. We flipped tails anyway, so the red mattered. It's just tough because he got the turn 2 Greninja out. And he had Giratina also out on his first turn. So if he didn't go turn 2 Greninja and or, you know, Giratina turn 1, then we would have had a chance. We also went first into Suicune lead, which is, you know, obviously not great. Oh, he's BMing us. We're getting BM'd. Let's go. We love the BM. What a guy. Egg TKG with the BM, with a world-class BM. Love to see it. World-class BM is kind of incredible. An unreal BM. An unreal BM, dude. Shout out to Egg. Incredible. Incredible. He's playing it off like he's smart, as if he just didn't, you know, get super lucky all game. Hey, if you have the opportunity to BM, you got to do it. You got to do it. You have to. We could have committed energies to the active and put pressure on that way, but then we wouldn't have had a backup plan, you know what I mean? And we wouldn't have been able to do a KO because we went first and led Silvally into Suicune lead, Giratina turn 1, Broken Space Bellow. Everything went wrong that game. There's nothing, honestly, we could have done. There's no route there that would have won us the game. Just our opponent having all of his cards and going second and leading Suicune. What are you going to do? All that just to Cyrus. He was BMing, dude. He was classic. The classic BM. He wanted to show me who's boss, bro. I would have done the same. We're the BM god over here. We can't get mad. If you have the opportunity to BM your opponent, you got to do it. You got to do it. Oh yeah, we're guilty of the BM. He wasted 30 seconds of his life, dude. That was probably the best. Okay. The exact same scenario is about to unfold, unfortunately for us, but whatever. We'll make it work. Jobless behavior. Cut him some slack. The Mantike in the hand is so annoying when we lead type null going first. Do we silver this turn? Nah, we just hold the silver, right? There's no reason to play anything. It's better for us not to play anything. I never would. We BM all the time here on the channel, so I deserve it, quite frankly. Oh, we get flopped. All right. So I'm going to silver him to see if he has Rokani Greninja, in which case I will evolve. Yes, of course he does. Why would he not, right? Why would he not? Why would he not? Let's bellow. So he leads Froakie, goes second, has Rare Candy Greninja, forces us to evolve, which means we can't attack. Next turn, what we can do is hit for 100, but we have no Rocky Helmet, right? Which feels bad. And then what happens here, we have to just bellow. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's got Pokeball. Okay. So I think we just lose. I'm pretty confident in the fact that we just lose the game here. If we hit, right? But I mean, I think what we have to do is just double up with Giratina, quite honestly, and just let him KO next turn. Am I wrong in saying that? The Sabrina is hilarious, actually. Do we KO the active here? Do we KO the active here? Or do we bellow? Do we KO the active or do we bellow? What are your thoughts and opinions? If we attach and bellow, then we're obviously in that sort of dimension, but then, you know, type null just gets KO'd. We could split. But I kind of want to just KO this because I don't want to deal with a second Greninja. Am I wrong in saying that? He's going to just ping and KO us next turn. So if we don't KO the Froakie, then we're in a weird spot. This is fine, I think. I'd rather just do this, I think. And then next turn, we can spend our turn, you know, bellowing. But if he has Cyrus, then we're cooked, right? That's the reality of the world we live in. We have to bellow. We could have held on to Sabrina in case he benched something like a Suicune, but, I mean, he's not drawing cards either without Suicune, right? He just Pokeballed the Froakie, so he's playing off the top deck right now. Right? He's just playing off the top deck. I actually think we go into Giratina here, because if we don't, we can't retreat or anything. And he just KOs the following turn. So we have to just go into Giratina here. I know we take 60, but we have to just do that. I know that sounds weird, but like if we go into type null, we can't retreat. And he's not KOing. He's going to hit for 60, right? So we can't. We have to go into Giratina here. My cat's yelling at me. The reason we go into Giratina here is because he can't KO us next turn, and we're just gonna KO him. And I know we go for the tie there, but if we go into type null, we just lose. So we're doing it this way. We're doing it this way. We're doing it this way. We're doing it. He hits for 60 and then 80 and my own 20. No, I know that. But if we go into type null, then what he does is he hits, and the next turn he bellows. Like, so it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It just doesn't matter. Because he's going to bench something here. Oh, he conceded anyway for some reason. Whatever. He gave us the win. If we go into type null there, we're cooked. Because he doesn't have to attack, and he can just wait. You know what I mean? And set up like a Suicune. And we don't know what he's going to top deck. So if we go into type null there, we just effectively... We can't. Because then he can set up for a KO on the type null later in the game. You know what I mean? It just doesn't. It doesn't work that way. He conceded for whatever the reason, because he probably didn't want the tie either, but hey. We'll take the win. We'll take the win instead of the tie. We need to stop going first into these Suicune decks. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that for free. We're rolling. Let's get back on the win streak column here. He bricked. Yeah, I mean, all right, we're going second, which should be good, although we lead Giratina. No type. No, okay, we're getting unlucky. We're getting quite unlucky this game, but it's okay. It's all right. This is Giratina Darkrai. Leading Giratina into going second into Giratina Darkrai is actually one of our worst scenarios, because we can KO the active if we draw red, which we have red, but then what? You know what I mean? That's the issue. It's Gladion first. It's a type of no. So we get the KO because we can attack on turn 3. You can only attack on turn 4. But if we don't see a Darkrai this turn, which we obviously will, then we have to deal with the Darkrai. But we Rocky Helmeted the active, so... Oh, he Rocky Helmets too. Yo, thanks for the sub, Kelvin. Thank you. Appreciate you. Oh, the Guzma's funny. Not that it kind of matters, actually. If he benches a Darkrai and attaches to it... Oh, he doesn't. Okay. And that's good for us. I'm going to Silver this turn in case he's got Mars or something. Yeah, get that out of here. Get that out of my face. He has Repel, though, which does scare me a little bit, but that's why we're benching Mantike. Boom. Boom. Get outplayed, bro. Get that Mars out of here. Keep that red in our hand. I know you have Repel. We're benching Mantike. Silver's goated. Silver is absolutely goated. Absolutely goated behavior. Beautiful mustache. Thank you, bro. You like it? He retreats. It's a crazy play. It's actually not a bad play. Not a bad play. It's an interesting play. Does he have... Well, now what do we do? Now what do we actually... I don't even know what we do now. Do we retreat? What do we do? What is the play here? Does he have Leaf? We didn't see Leaf in his hand before, did we? I think we bank on no Leaf, and then we just Bellow again. We attach and Bellow, and we hedge our bets. Or do we retreat? We don't have Cyrus, but we do have a Gladion and 2 Silvally in the deck with red. So if we retreat and Bellow, and we bank on him not having Leaf, then we can get a Silvally in the active spot, which is actually very ideal. What are your guys' thoughts on that? What are your guys' thoughts? I kind of want to attach to Giratina, retreat, and then quick blow. And that puts us at 2, but if he doesn't have Leaf, then we're chilling, right? Anybody? I feel like we should. I feel like I should attach to Giratina and retreat. Actually, we can hit and not play red. But then he KOs us back, right? If we hit without playing red, what does that do? I guess it's probably effectively the same thing, right? I think it's better to probably just hit and do the 130 if we can this turn. And if he has Leaf, then we just get cooked, you know, and there's just no there's no way around it unless we, you know, draw into like a whatever. Okay, there's the Darkrai. But now we can attach and retreat and hope he doesn't have Cyrus or something, right? So now we're kind of banking on him not having Cyrus, but we do have another turn to draw into like Silvally, right? Because he's or a Rocky Helmet as well, which could be pretty good. The Gladion is nice. So we KO with type null, we attach active, and we set up some spicy stuff, right? Or sorry, so we attach Giratina. Yeah, now he can Cyrus, but we have red and Silvally in hand, right? So if we go into this type null, if we attach Giratina, we go into this type null and we KO. If he hits us, he goes down to 130, and then we would like force the tie if he Cyruses. Because we don't have Rocky Helmet. I could attach... The thing is, we want to play around Cyrus. It's pretty likely that he probably has it, but I think we play around him not having Cyrus this turn. So I think we attach to Giratina, I guess we could attach to Silvally, though. But if he KOs Giratina, we're cooked either way, right? Theoretically, we force the tie in that scenario. I guess that's better than nothing, right? So we always retreat out of here and hope he doesn't have Cyrus. Let me just KO with type null. Yeah. And don't evolve. We can evolve this one. I guess we just hold it. Whatever. Whatever. We're doing it. We're thinking too long. We flip tails. No, I don't think you split the null because we can't KO. So, like, if he Cyruses us, it doesn't matter if we split the null, right? Because then we just go into this Silvally and then we hit for 120, and then we force the tie. Yeah, he goes into Dark Rat. But we have red in hand, right? So it's GG. Well, he can still... Oh, he Marses us. We get Mars, bro. What is it? It's research? I mean, it gives us another turn. I guess is really all that means, right? Which we don't really care that much about. We top deck red, we still win. Actually, we don't because we need Silvally. Yeah, that's fine. So we have Sabrina and Cyrus left in our deck. Pokeball is bad. Red is good, right? We have no Rocky Helmet, though. Yeah, whatever. All right, we probably still lose to these Giratinas high rolling us, or I guess just us getting unlucky. But yeah, whatever. Is that Darkrai promo? This is the promo Darkrai, yes, I believe. No Rocky Helmet. He Guzman off our Rocky Helmet early, which actually puts us in a really awkward spot. We could have top decked so many other cards there that would have been useful. Let's see if he has Cyrus, first of all. Ah, we got lucky finally. It was a Giratina Darkrai that didn't draw every card they needed to. All right, I think we played that properly. Obviously, if he had Cyrus, we were cooked, but at the same time, like, we didn't have our Cyrus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, it's just whoever has the cards, you know? In the Giratina Darkrai matchup, it's really just whoever has the cards. Did we go first that game? Or did we go second? I forget what even the leadoff was. We led Giratina, but we went second. If we had just led a type null, we would have been chilling. Either way, we win with red. No, we don't. It would have tied because he could have retreated. So if he had Cyrus, he could have retreated into Giratina, KO'd, gone down to 130. So then we would have tied if that was the case. Going first, unfortunately, into Suicune yet again. Giratina lead, though. I think we still lead type null here. Or do we just lead Giratina and do we just double up on Bello? I feel like I should know this matchup better. Hey, Maddie, how important do you feel Repel is in the meta now? I think it's still very important. I think it's still definitely a good card. Not in Silvally decks, but in other decks. Do we lead Giratina here is the question. If we lead, we don't have... I think we just lead Giratina. Because we have Rocky Helmet. What does Mantike accomplish here, besides accelerating Silvally going first? That's exactly what it accomplishes. That's literally what it does. That's what it's in the deck for. It also is just like a free pivot. So like if we go, you know, like it's not a bad Pokemon. It like it's okay. Now I kind of wish I led. No, I kind of wish I led type null, but whatever. Do we bank here on the silver here? Is the silver crazy? The turn one silver, anybody? What are your thoughts on that? Do we silver turn one? Hey man, just try the deck you were using yesterday, 2 Mars instead of silver, and I climbed from 1650 to 210. Keep win trading now, but thanks for the deck. Might go silver too, honestly. Yeah, we'll see how it works. You know, I don't think it changes the deck too much. I kind of want a silver just to high roll to see if he has like a research in hand. Snipe. Sniped it. We did it. We sniped it. Absolutely sniped. I did it. Cypheril said no, but I did it anyway. I'd wait for the silver. No, we did it. It worked. It worked out. He's mad too. I know he's mad. We're going to top deck a Sabrina here too. We're chilling. The type null. I am going to bench one though. There's no Suicune yet. We're not going to split, but we are just going to bench one. Just in case we get like red card or Mars or whatever. If we win, it's off that turn one silver. I'm telling you right now. That's what it is. That's what it is. We have Rocky Helmet on the active too. I think we just KO next turn. We don't mess around. He Pokeballs another Froakie. Oof. Oh, he has the rare candy. Why would he? Why wouldn't he rather, right? What a crazy, crazy man to just top deck those cards like that. And Cape. Rare Candy Greninja Cape, 140 HP. A little bit tough, a little bit annoying. Not gonna lie. Is he gonna hit, though? There's no way he hits me, right? He just bellows. You have to take the turn to bellow. Yeah. Smart play. Smart play, good sir. This is a smart play. What are the odds that he has this exact setup, though, right? Pretty crazy. I think Silver's an average card. I think most cards are average. You know what I mean? You can only run so many cards in your deck. We just hit him. We just have to start hitting. He's just gonna bellow again, right? But like whatever. We can just sort of, you know, we can do our thing, I guess. But we are in a position now, unfortunately, to where we still need red to win the game. Oh, hello, Suicune. Hello, Suicune. So he's going to bellow again, let us KO, and then he's going to come in with Giratina. So if we don't have red, we're cooked effectively here, and we might have to do some funky like retreat plays, unfortunately. There's no way he hits here. It makes no sense. He retreats. Crazy play. The crazy play. Crazy play from the ops. And he attaches Suicune. Okay. Another Gladion. So we could Cyrus KO this Greninja, but like, what does that do for us, right? What does that do for us? We don't have any red. We don't have a red. We're cutting Guzma for silver work. Yeah, but Guzma's I don't think very good in a lot of scenarios. The only scenario you would really ever use it is like this scenario right here. But then you'd have to draw it. You know what I mean? Like Guzma's not a bad card in the deck, but I would rather play like Mars and Silver in my mind. It's really tough. We don't have red. We could attach Retreat Gladion to thin the deck and then have Giratina on the back line and then hope that he doesn't top deck a Cyrus. You know what I mean? I think we bail and bellow for sure. But I think we Gladion. Just to thin the Savali out of the deck, and then that way he does 100 next turn. And he can't KO unless he goes into Giratina. So if he goes into Suicune, he doesn't KO. But do we split though, right? Well, if we bail, we can split and then retreat and bellow. We have to do this, and hope he just doesn't. We gotta hope he just doesn't draw into like a Cyrus or whatever. Our opponent is so lucky. He's like these Suicune players just happen to draw every card they need to. Like if he didn't have rare candy, if he didn't draw rare candy, Greninja, and Cape there is unbelievable. You know what I mean? Like the straight odds of that happening. So if he goes into Giratina there, we KO, but then we get KO'd back, right? So then we just lose is the unfortunate part of everything here. So he can just attach, retreat into Giratina, KO, and then we just lose the game. we straight up just lose the game because we can KO him back, but then Suicune KOs, right? So it's tough. Actually, yeah. So we lose this game straight up because of the rare candy Greninja. Oh, he flops us. What is my man doing? Why didn't he just go into Giratina KO? Why wouldn't he do that? Does anyone know? Thoughts and opinions here? Am I lost in space? Am I missing something here? I don't know what's going on. I really don't. I really don't. We're not going to evolve this yet. I think he wants to bring in Suicune. Yeah, but why? It doesn't make any. If he goes into Giratina and just KOs us, we lose the game. We effectively can't win. Because we deal damage and then he just goes into Suicune and then he wins. Unless he doesn't draw basic, I guess is the only opportunity to where that's not a possible win condition. I would have done that though if I was him. Because he would have no full bench. Yeah, but I mean, I guess right. Yeah, I guess you're right. He kind of threw. He doesn't have a basic in hand is what that means. Right? We still lose to him just drawing a Cyrus, so there's that. But we have 7 cards in deck and 2 red, so, you know, we're also hoping to draw cards here. So he hits here, he does KO. You're asking why we benched there? We always bench there so that we can just go into type null attach and then Cyrus up the Greninja. Right? Or unless we... Yeah. I guess we don't have to do this, right? We don't have to Cyrus the Greninja. What is the best play now? Do we Silvally the active and then hope we don't get KO next turn and hope he doesn't have... Or do we Cyrus here? But the thing is we don't have a red still. This game is getting a little bit too saucy for me. So if we Silvally, he doesn't KO, but we don't have Mars or Silver. So I think we have to research to guarantee red the following turn. And then I think we evolve so that we don't get KO'd by the Suicune. The Rocky Helmet is sick, actually. And there's the red. And we evolve, right? And then we just pray. We pray he doesn't have Cyrus. I mean, he probably does, though. It's gonna come down to him having Cyrus again. But whatever. Whatever, right? Whatever. He's gonna have it. Why do they get so lucky early in the game? The Suicune players just always have the cards they need. It's incredible. It really is. The Irida? I guess. Sure. So he's just going to retreat into Greninja and then buy another turn. It's fine, I guess. It's fine, I guess. That's why I kind of wanted to Cyrus him up this turn, but then we would have been... What? Dude, what is this man doing? What is this man doing? I genuinely don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Is this man on one or something? I feel like he made a couple of plays this game that would have won him the game. Probably. I don't know what's going on. Weird game. Or he got super lucky, but then somehow just didn't make a couple of plays that I probably would have made. But I don't know what's in his hand, right? So I guess it's not like that crazy of a thing to happen, but I don't know what's going on. He's lost in the sauce. I was too a little bit, I'm not going to lie. You know, when he just top-decked Rare Candy, went into Greninja, and then caped the active with Giratina, I'm like, all right. You know what I mean? He also just happened to also, like, Pokeball into Giratina as well. Like, I don't know, man. These people are... The Suicunes, dude... The Suicune players just have way too many cards that they draw. They draw every single card they need to, and sometimes it's hard for them to decide what the right card is my opinion. That's what I think happens there. Going second. Can we get a type no leap, please? Nope. It's Mantech, though, which is not bad. So this is another scenario, right? Like, if we lead Giratina here, then we have less of a route, right? But now at least we can research and then free retreat. You know what I mean? So it ends up being pretty good. Seems like he forgot that his Tina was loaded up. I don't know. I think he was just thinking if he goes into Greninja there because he didn't have Cyrus. You know what I mean? But, like, if I were him, I'd just go into Greninja and then I hope that I top deck the Cyrus, right? We're playing Gengar. What does Gengar do again? Does it stop item cards or supporter cards? Are we going to lose now because we get supporter locked? Anybody? We might have to... We might lose to the Gengars. We might lose to the Gengar here. Gengar Chad spotted? Dude, it's feeling that way. How much does Bother do? Anyone knows? It's 60? It's supporters? Okay, so we're just in a deck. The game wanted to give us an auto-lose deck. Is that what I'm hearing here? No silver or... Let's just hope I draw basic. We got it there. Yeah, but I mean... Oh, we flip tails too. Why not? So if he has Bother Gengar, we just lose, I think. I think is what happens. Gengar 50. We're going to lose because it's Gengar. He's going to go... Oh, never mind. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh. This poor guy. Gengar's not a bad... Gengar's really not that bad in this metagame either. It's really not. You might think it's not that good, but it's really not that bad. Okay. We're doing things. Can't play supporters. Gengar does theoretically shut down Silvally, right? In a weird way. I don't know about the leftovers. It's a little bit interesting. I'm not going to lie. This brother hit ranked battles instead of casual. I think he pressed the wrong button when he queued up. He can still rare candy Gengar here, and we're cooked, so. RIP. It probably was just a solo Gengar deck, similar to how we see like the solo Decidueye deck, which probably isn't that bad. That's another deck that I contemplated running tonight, was just solo Desi, because I think Decidueye is uniquely strong, like right now. It's just like a weirdly well-positioned card with Suicune and like the Leaf Capes and the Ericas and the Lilies. Like, you lose, of course, the games where you go first and your opponent, you know, just KOs you before you can evolve. But like, I actually really like the Decidueye deck. I think it's hilarious how good it is. It's good into Giratina Darkrai, it's good into Guzzlord, it's good into Suicune. It's like the deck that beats all of those pretty funnily. Just went on a 12-game win streak with your Tapu Koko Ori deck to hit Masters. It's not my deck list for sure. But yeah, Tapu Koko and Oricorio is probably pretty spicy in like Ultra Ball tier, honestly. I think Oricorio probably is a lot more viable in Ultra Ball when everybody's like, all right, the Giratina lead going first into Oricorio into our face is fine. We do have Sabrina though, so there's that. Okay, I guess. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, we'll see where this goes. The terminal montage start for sure. Yo, Yang Gas, thank you for the sub. Thanks, man. He's not going to bench anything, is he? Oh, we get red carded. Sad. Maybe we get a type null now. I'm out of water. Oh, we might get 2 type nulls. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Not me. Obliterate. Obliterate. Yeah, this is. You're right. This is from the. You're right. It's from the video. That's super funny. Yeah, but we have Silvally, unlike any other Giratina deck ever. Thanks for the follow, Corndog. Unlike every other Giratina deck, we have Silvally, and their opponent's mad that he saw that. Why did I drop K for Rocky Helmet? I think the Rocky Helmet is more useful. I think our deck's just more aggressive in general, and I would rather play... I'd rather have a Rocky Helmet than Giant Cape. Giant Cape can be useful in like Giratina mirrors and stuff, like with Darkrai to live attacks, but other than that, I didn't really find it that useful. The only time it was useful is like going up against other Giratinas or just in Giratina Darkrai. That was the only time I really felt like Giant... And then you had to have it, right? So I don't know. Giant Cape on you know, it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know why. I just think it's better. I don't know how else to really explain it. He's going to retreat. Good for this guy. Good for this guy. That's a good play. I just happen to, you know, draw the Coco here. But I think for us, we just bellow here, and we attach this type null and we bellow, right? Or we could evolve retreat and bellow. Is that better? That way we don't get KO'd, but we discard the energy. 140, 160 is an important, yeah, HP, but yeah, definitely light rain. You're 100% correct there. What do you guys think here? We could hit him for 100 here, but that... Well, we have double Silvally, so maybe we do that. If we hit him for 100 here, then we're flipping a coin on this type null. We don't have red in hand. I would maybe make that play, but we want to keep these alive, I think, for Oricorio. So I might just retreat. I might evolve, retreat, and then bellow the active. And then we split here, and if he has Cyrus. I feel like I do this. We could Gladion this turn too, but I think I would rather not. I don't want Silvally to get KO'd. You know what I mean? Like that. This man has an Oricorio on the bench. Like I prioritize the Silvally above anything. He repels us again, which is tragic, pure tragedy. But I think we just go into this Silvally. We just go back into it. We just go back into it. Let him KO it. We just KO with Giratina, and then we KO the next turn with Silvally. It's fine. Like I think we're fine. He splits here. He benches the Pika. Do we see the E cape? Would be nuts if we did. No, he's gonna KO. So no court. Oh, he doesn't KO. Okay, my bad. My boy Ed. My boy Ed. The red is fun. Bellowing here doesn't really do anything for us. We could just retreat and then hit him for a little pokey poke. Right? And then we theoretically we have red in hand, so that does open up the win con. There's no way we do that, right? Do we just give it to him? Oh, we shouldn't have attached to the active, I am now noticing, but I don't think it really matters. We could retreat again into Giratina. Do we do that? Do we again go back into Giratina? Would it be crazy to do that? And just bellow in his face? Yeah, you're right. I did not need to evolve. What is the better play right now? Is it to let him KO this Silvally? Or not let him KO the Silvally and then go into Giratina? I think it's better to just give him Silvally. That's what I'm thinking. I would rather him not have any damage onto the Giratina. Even if he E-Chords here, I don't care. Because Silvally is going to KO Pikachu. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thought process. Like, I don't really care. Oh, no. Yeah, but now we lose to E-Switch. Oh, I forgot. I forgot E-Switch. I forgot Elemental Switch exists. Which is unfortunate. Well, maybe we top deck a Rocky Helmet. All right. We lose. We got absolutely crossed up there. I completely forgot that he could just set up this Pikachu anyway without E-Chord. I was too late to the thought process there, unfortunately, for us. But he can't want a KO, so we're chilling. Never mind, GG. Victory! Victory Screech! And then he's going to bench a second Oricorio, though, and then we lose to not having... We just lose to the double Oricorio, I think. No Rocky Helmet actually is going to cost us this game, now that I think about it. So, what is he going to do here? Is he just going to KO with Pikachu? But then we have Cyrus for game. So if he goes into Pikachu here to take the KO, then he loses, and he's probably hoping for the not Cyrus play to win with double Oricorio. He reds us? Oh, no. If you get to 100,000 subs, will you dye your hair for gamer colors? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. So now he KOs... Oh, but wait a minute. He's got 1 point, so he can go into Oricorio and then KO, right? And then we don't have Sabrina or anything. Was that a BM red? No, he was just playing it to get it out of his hand. We lose this game, effectively. There's no way not to lose this game. We can KO the active, but then he goes into Oricorio, he KOs, and then unless we have Sabrina or whatever, we just lose the following turn. We could go into Giratina here, but then we get KO'd by Pikachu. Right? So we got locked. We lost to, I think, the Repel. Could we have done anything different here, I wonder? I don't know if we could have. You think my hair color is why I haven't popped off? Might be the case. Might be the case. He was just playing red to like get it out of his hand in case he gets like Marsed or whatever. So he's gonna go into Oricorio, take the KO, and then we win if we have Sabrina, but we lose if we don't. What's my win-loss ratio with this deck? I have no way of knowing that. My overall win-loss ratio is like 53%. I assume this deck's probably around like 50 to 60 somewhere. Yeah, never mind. Second Oricorio comes down. GG. 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 What could we have done there, I wonder? Was there any play that we could have done? I feel like we just lost. We lost, I think, to not having Rocky Helmet. If we had a single Rocky Helmet, this game would have been chillin'. By the way, this game would have been a free win if we had a second Rocky Helmet. And what else? Yeah, there it is. Beautiful. If we had a single Rocky Helmet that whole game, we would have been able to win super easily. What else, though? What else could we have done? Just not having Sabrina, I guess? Not getting repelled that turn, I think maybe could have done it for us. Potentially. We really should not have lost that game. We got very unlucky, I feel like. I'm trying to think, like what could we have done? I think just not having Rocky Helmet. If we had just a single Rocky Helmet, we win the game. We just didn't draw any of them. at any point throughout that game. Because even that turn when he attacked with Tapu Koko, right? He would have just KO'd himself, and then he would have had to go into either Pikachu or Oricorio, and we would have KO'd. So I don't know. I think we just got unlucky that game. Which is really tough because that's such a free matchup, but the Repel early on did win him the game for sure. When he repelled, he could have gone into Null that had a single energy, used Gladion to evolve Savali, retreat to Gira, and KO the Tapu Koko. It's probably true. Did we have enough energies? I think we had... We got into... Yeah, I think you're probably right, because that's what I think I'm missing here. I feel like we could have KO'd the Koko with Giratina. You know what I mean? I think we just attached at one point to the wrong Pokemon the turn before he repelled. No, but we went triple on Giratina, right? So he had 3 after our... Did we go first or second? I don't even know, man. It's I can't remember. It's just too many. It's too many games. Thought there was an opportunity for Gira to kill Koko before Pikachu dropped, but it was only half paying attention. Yeah, but I feel like we would have done that if we could have, right? I don't know why we wouldn't have. Maybe we did make that play because we either didn't have red in hand to KO the Pikachu or something. I don't know. I really don't. I don't know. I don't remember. Quite frankly. Quite frankly, I do not remember. But I'm sure there's something we could have done there to win the game. There has to have been. Has to have been. Ooh, we flip heads. Rocky Helmet play as well. There's no perfect deck this meta. There's so many winning decks. This meta is crazy. This meta is crazy. Honestly, I actually really like this metagame more than I think. Like, a lot of people wrote this meta off immediately when they saw, like, Suicune dominating, and, like, whoever just didn't pull Suicune, they didn't want to play. Well, and I understand that to a degree. Like, I definitely do. But at the same time, like, I think the deck is, like, there's so many decks that are fun. And at this point, Suicune is definitely annoying. But there's so much counterplay to Suicune. I just don't really find it to be, like, that big of an issue. That's my personal opinion. I don't think this metagame was that bad. He capes and heals the active and attaches, but I don't think that does much for him here. Because we're gonna hit for 100 and then we live, right? I think we're in a good spot. The type mill is also nice. We could get Sabrina'd here, which is a bit annoying. It's the only thing I'm worried about benching here. I guess we don't bench because we don't need to, right? Yo, thanks for the follow, brother. I think we just research. Right? I mean, why would we bench anything here? We could get, like, Marsed or red carded or whatever. But if we bench here, then we potentially lose to, like, Repel. So I don't think we open that up to ourselves here. I think we just hit him for 100 and we don't bench anything. And then hopefully we don't get red carded or Marsed. I think that's a better play. We've lost a couple of games to just benching things and then getting repelled. We have to be a little bit more wary of that. Because Savali does lose to Repel. So we have to keep that in mind, I think. I didn't feel like I needed Suicune to Master Ball grind this season. No, for sure. But again, people just write things off immediately. Like, most people in general were just tired of the game at this point, being almost out for a year, and we're into like a mini set. Ooh. He heals. And Eevee Bag heals. What an absolute legend, bro. Pokemon Center Lady Espeon is crazy, bro. Double Eevee Bag? Dude, what? I've never seen anything like this before in my entire life. I promise you. This is insane. Savali can't get repelled. I guess you're right. But Sabrina, you know what I mean? I don't want to get like Sabrina or repelled. That was an insane collection of things that just happened there. Anybody notice that? Yo, thanks for the follow. If he didn't have double Eevee Bag and Pokemon Center Lady there, we were chilling. We were actually chilling. Do we Mars him here? Probably not yet, right? We'll just Gladion this turn. And do the old full damage. Because now, like, what does he have, right? He has Sylveon. And we have Cyrus in hand. Like, I think we're in a good spot. We might be in a weird spot, though, next turn. Where, like, it might be worth it to us to just, like... I don't know. Like, there's going to be a time where we have to, like, double up on Giratina and hope we don't get KO'd, I think. I think. Double Giant Cape, double Eevee Bag, Pokemon Slender Lady Espeon. Our worst nightmare. Bro. This guy is on crack. This man is on literal crack cocaine, and I don't know what else to say about it. I really don't. I have no other words to explain. He's played double Eevee Bag, though. Okay. So we KO here, and then I think we're fine. I think we're fine. Maybe we're not, just because of this man and having every healing card imaginable in the game. Any updates on the new mini set? No, we have no info yet, which is annoying. Do we Mars here? I think we silver first this turn. That's fine. He does have repel in hand. He did have the repel too. So we KO and then we live a hit, but then I think we just detach and then blah, 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 blah. We hit him next turn and we're fine. Should this game have more interaction on the opponent's turn? No, like what do you mean? Like hand traps, like Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever? I don't think so. Yu-Gi-Oh is very unique in that sense, but I don't think most people would be happy with like a hand trap scenario like Yu-Gi-Oh has. And it's not very Pokemon-y, you know what I mean? That's just not a Pokemon thing that you see often. This is not something that you really see. So we're gonna have to take a turn to Bellow, but we're gonna win regardless, I think, because we have Cyrus in hand. Kind of want to revisit Dark Volley using helmets after watching these games. Bro, Dark Volley's not bad. People are tired of Suicune because you get punished for benching Pokemon. Yeah, they don't like the non-interactive gameplay. That's what people don't like, right? They don't like the idea of being limited in what they can do. And Suicune's a very limiting deck, right? It's like, hey, you can't bench anything, but also like I can bench, right? And I'm benching Greninjas and stuff. Like, good luck with that. You know what I mean? Like, people don't like that. They don't want to do any of that. It's not a fun thing, and I get that for sure. All right, let's hope we don't get Mars here, which we probably will. Okay. A weird game. I mean, it went an extra turn. Like, the Savali's could have handled that game if he didn't have so much healing and double giant capes. Like, that was crazy. But yeah, okay. I think what we should do here is we should pivot. We should pivot now into a conversation about what we would like to see. We've climbed a little bit. We've gotten pretty unlucky this stream, but we've climbed a little bit. We should pivot into now discussing what Pokemon Pocket should do in the future, in the update, right? I think in a perfectly ideal world, which again, we don't live in an ideal world, but in a perfectly ideal world, I believe that Pokemon Pocket, when B1 comes out or whenever they do the anniversary update, should basically turn this into a Pokemon Pocket 2.0 experience. And by that, I mean, I think that they should literally completely change the game. They should 100% entirely overhaul the game and just basically make it... they should basically just make it into something that is... Okay, do we bench Giratina here? I don't want to bench Giratina. I'm not going to. Just want private messages to flip who goes first each game. They should have that in private matches. Hey, what's up, Hove? What's going on, brother? The legend himself. Yeah, we do need that. So they need to literally come out with like a Pocket 2.0. They need to change... they need to change the entire trading and pity system. So they need to change the way that we craft cards through pack points and stuff. We need to just get rid of all of that. We get red carded. It's crazy. Our opponent's insane. What's going on, brother? So they need to update all of that. They should also increase the pack pull rates. And what they should do... I wish I had Silver again. Or Sabrina. The red is fun. We don't play it yet, though. So they need to update that. They need to like increase the pull rates or change some of the systems there with like how that works. We just gonna hope we don't get KO next turn. And it's Tails. All right, RIP. All right, if he has Giant Cape and Irida, we're cooked. So they need to update that. They need to make it easier to just craft cards or just give people a way to like select the cards they want from like a real pity system. Okay, here's Rare Candy Greninja. Does he also have a basic? Why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Please don't. If we lose this game, we lose this game, but come on. Oh, we called this bluff correctly. We did it. Wow, we got lucky. Hold on, let me cook here. Yeah, this is fine. We still don't get KO next turn too, which is funny. we're living on the edge here for sure. We can bench the Mantike, but there's no reason to, right? He can't KO us next turn. So, yeah. So they need to I would break it up into these three things. So I would change the way that the Pokemon pull rates are. So when you open a pack, instead of getting like 5 pack points and it being 400 of them or whatever to get a basic EX card, you should have a higher rate to pull normal rare EX cards and a less high rate to pull like other stuff that isn't, you know, viable. Like people don't really need like their 14th art rare of like Pichu or whatever, right? They just want the EX card so that they can play the game. And that being said, we have Cyrus. I feel like we win this game unless we break off this research here. That's how I feel. We just need something off this research. So they need to change that whole system. They need to make it easier to just pull the cards you want to. But also what they need to do is change like the overall pity system. Okay, we really want to type null off this. And not only that, they should just make trading more open. The Giratina is so annoying there. The Giratina is so annoying there. It really is. Not the end of the world, but it's very annoying. So they need to do that. They also need to add an additional game mode. Like right now, there's only ranked. Okay, all right. Did we lose here? I think we lose because our opponent is going absolutely insane. He's going at we did. We lost the game. We lost the game to the rare candy Greninja. And us not top decking a type null here. That's what we lost to. All right, I'm taking a break for a moment. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but like we had a 50-50 chance to pull type null or Giratina there, and we pulled the Giratina. He also had a second rare candy Greninja in hand, and now we get 2 KO'd by this guy. Just in case. Actually, we live a turn, right? The Irid is fine. Are we safe? No, because he's going to hit us now for 60, so we lose. Oh, no, he bellowed. Wait, why did he bellow? Oh, so we can attack next turn? Yeah, that makes sense. That does make some sense. Yeah, we lose. Right? Yeah, we lose. No, we can force him to double ping the Mantike. So technically, we can still win this game here. Hold on. So if we Gladion for a type null, we have a chance. Never mind. Never mind, it was cooked. Oh, holy smokes. Okay. Unbelievably unlucky. Him bellowing his hard throw? No, because he just KOs me next turn. We can't. We could have retreated into Mantike, but then we lose. He just pings us, and then he just goes in and KOs. We lost because of the second Greninja. And us not drawing a type null there for whatever the reason. I don't know why, but yeah, we just top decked, or we drew the Giratina off the Pokeball, which is unfortunate. So, yep. Oh, the Suicune players, man, they're so lucky. We've gotten unlucky against Suicune, particularly. We keep going first, and they keep drawing all the cards. What's up, man? How's it been going? Yo, what's up, Christian? It's going good. Yeah, we're definitely cooked with the double Greninja stuff. Nothing you can do there. Honestly, we still actually win the game, though, if we just top deck a type null there off the Pokeball, because we just would have attached to it and then had a Cyrus KO for game the turn after. Even with double Greninja. Which is hilarious, right? Actually, would we have? No, because he went double ping, and then he could have just pinged. Yeah, I think we lose to double Greninja either way there. Yo, thank you, Loki, for the follow. 2 Greninjas, basically a high damage, 1 energy basic for free, yeah. Yeah. The Suicunes are on one today. They really are. They're doing everything in their power. Going first again into Suicune for the quintillionth time, somehow. For the quintillionth time. It's all good. We're chilling. We're chilling. Yeah, they also need to add another game mode to Pokemon Pocket. Like, right now, I understand why and how it all functions, but, like, truthfully speaking, the game only really exists. Yo, thank you for the subscribe. The game really only exists to either open cards or play ranked, and I think people in general are just bored of ranked because of how limiting it is in terms of the cards that you can play. What do we think of a 4-point game mode? I don't think it would really change much. I mean, it would be fun, but it would just make games go longer or force people to just play non-EX decks, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It would just it would change things a bit, but it wouldn't be like, I don't know. It wouldn't be like the craziest thing in the world. He capes the Suicune here. We don't have a supporter in hand, so this Froakie's actually chilling. Does he leaf into Suicune? It's crazy that he just leafed into Suicune. I don't know why he would do that. guess to just draw here. Probably better. I guess he had Leaf, right? Why not just plant? The Gladion is sick. 4-point mode would be fun. I think that they should add like a weekly... Like, if you guys ever played Hearthstone, they should add like a weekly kind of tavern brawl type game. Where... he does. He wants that card. So there should be like a weekly game mode that isn't ranked, where it's like every week there's a different... It's just a queue lobby to play games, but there's a different stipulation each week. Like in Hearthstone. I think it's like Tavern Brawls is what they call it. The Giratina comes... If we have Giratina, Rare Candy, and Greninja, I'm going to freak out. Because this man had one card in hand last turn. Alright, good. I was genuinely about to freak out on this man. I really was. Tavern Brawl, sick. Yeah, so like every week there would be a different stipulation that was like you can only play... You know, not fully evolved Pokemon this week, or you can, only grass type decks or whatever, right? And it basically, like, you can play as many of those games as you want under that stipulation for that week. But if you win enough games or whatever, like, you get also rewards for doing that. And every week it's like a new way, and it would encourage creativity in terms of how people build decks and what cards they play, right? And I really think that they should do that. And I think it would give people an opportunity to play cards that they normally wouldn't, but also earn rewards and just play the game in a fun way. You know what I mean? They could also do like some PvE. They could really improve the PvE system. There is the solo battles, which is content. But at this point, I think people really aren't like that thrilled about the solo battle stuff. There's the Rare Candy Greninja. He comes down. And Suicune comes down. I'm a little bit afraid. So he's going to ping the active and then bellow. It's not a great... All right. We got to see if we can draw Cyrus here, I think. Or Sabrina, I guess. The silver's crazy. We have to research. Red and Cyrus. Okay, cool. I am happy about that. We don't need to retreat here. I mean, what are the odds that he, like, red cards us or Marses us this turn? It's, like, kind of high, which I'm a little bit afraid of. Do we just bench Giratina to bench it? Probably, right? Doesn't really matter. Event idea? Yeah, battle each other with rental decks? That could be, yeah, that could be another one, dude. Like, that would be fun, I feel like. You also can't retreat next turn. So, you know, I'm not that worried about current situation. Maybe he has a second leaf. Okay, so research is fine. Yo, what's up, Jonathan? As stale as the game gets, or just a couple of weeks, what if they only release mini sets, if that increased to 2 or 3 week intervals? I mean, maybe. I think people would be more happy about just waiting longer and then getting full sets. Because, like, if you look at the popularity of Pokemon Pocket when the sets come out, it's way higher on the times where they come out with a full set and not a main set. Does that make sense? No red card, please. Thank you. Finally, I feel like our matchups in this weekend tonight have been pretty 50-50, which, you know, I would say this matchup is a pretty 50-50 matchup. I mean, it seems good if we go second for sure, but I feel like we've gotten pretty unlucky throughout this the entire time. I like that Tavern Brawl idea. I really do. I feel like they should just, I think that they should do that. They should just come out with some other game mode that keeps people playing and gives consistent rewards, but is just different from ranked, right? Give people a reason to play the game that isn't just playing meta decks over and over again. You know what I mean? And a separate meta would develop for sure, but it would be so rapid that it wouldn't be like a sweaty thing, right? If the meta gets figured out, thank you, Death, for the sub. If the meta gets figured out in like that week time period, it's fine, because then the next sort of, you know, event battle queue, you know, Tavern Brawl, whatever, you know, queues back up, right? It's what Hearthstone does. And then you can get your extra like 5 packs every week or whatever just by doing that and playing the game, you know what I mean? But in general, I think they need to move away from the heavily monetized system. The game is gonna just die off if the game is just predatory in its monetization structure, which it was early on, and they were smart to do that because they made like $1 billion. But at this point, all you're doing is driving players away. So it would be smarter to just heavily draw back on the actual monetization model of the game, and just change how that all works from a fundamental level, I think. Do I think 20 cards is a long-term deck limit? Yeah, I think so. It's Pokemon Pocket, right? This isn't the OCG. Like, they're not gonna... Maybe they have a game mode where it's more cards, but the games are supposed to be quick. You know what I mean? Rank 28363, congrats. Yo, Cyrus made it to Master Ball. Congrats, bro. Type-based battles, low HP, low EX, etc. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of those, like, alternate format tournaments on Limitless, and I think that they're awesome. And they should just incorporate that into the game, you know what I mean? Yo, we hit the mirror matchup finally tonight, so that's cool. Shout out to the old mirror matchup. You gotta love that. Our man just didn't bellow. Anyone notice that our opponent didn't bellow there? Suspect, I think so. Yeah, they're not going to change the rules of Pocket. That's just not likely. It's just very unlikely. Yeah, you use my decks. That's sweet, man. I'm glad to hear that. Hopefully he doesn't play Guzma in his list and we just get both of our Rocky helmets discarded. You must be sleepy. I know I am. That's for sure. I know I am. But when I have the opportunity to stream, I promise I'm going to do it more. So that's what we're doing. We're doing more streaming. Shout out to everybody on the Twitch as well. There's the gold double Giratina. And now he Gladions. I don't know why he didn't bellow that turn. Because that means now that he can't... Well, he still can, I guess, attack on turn 3 with Giratina. But, like, we have red in hand, so... We actually don't have... Oh, never mind, we do. Sorry. I was kind of freaking out a little bit. I was like, we actually don't even have, like, a way to get Silvally. But we actually do. I am going to silver this turn instead of not. The Sabrina. Oh, the Giovanni. Get that out of here. Get that out of my face. It might have even been better. I'm going to bench the Mantike in case he plays the Sabrina. Because I just don't want to get Sabrina and have him KO my type null. The double Tina build is good. It's not bad. It's just like, you know, if you go second, like both options are kind of, I don't know. Or if you go first, like neither of those options feel great. That's why I like the Mantike. The Mantike is yeah, so look, he did Sabrina's. Ha ha ha. Ooh, the Rocky helmet. He's not going to attack, is he? Yeah, of course not. Of course not. We're just going to hold on to red and hopefully we draw Silvally, and that's our win con here. Giratina. Giratina. Now we just bench this in Bello, right? Right? Why wouldn't we just attach here in Bello? That's got to be a win condition, right? No, it's not. Well, yeah, it is. We always Bello here, right? There's no reason to attack him. We don't want to be the first person to attack him. We just want to hope he doesn't draw Giovanni. So I'm going to Broken Space Bello. That was my first thought. Drew said, I commented on a video the other day saying I don't have Jumpluff EX or Raikou EX. I forgot I also don't have NT EX. I really want to play Raikou. I mean, I don't know what you were saying. You got to play... Okay, the Sabrina comes down. We have red in hand. Do we bring in Giratina and bait him? Thoughts? Opinions? Well, no. Then he goes, we don't have Rocky Helmet there. We have to give him the Mantike, don't we? If we go into type null, he just KOs with Silvally, so we have to go into the Mantike. If we go into Giratina, we're not setting up for the KO, so we're going to do this. And just let him hit. Rocky Helmet's fine. We're setting up our Giratina as our win condition here. That's all. That's all we're doing. Red plus Tina is 1 KO. He takes 20, but we didn't have Rocky Helmet on Giratina, so we didn't want to bring in Giratina. So we do this. We do this. The thing is, he plays Giovanni in his deck and we don't, you know what I mean? Like, that's the problem, I think. That is the core issue. Now, if we hit here, he gets KO'd if he KOs us, and then he's forced into Giratina, right? So I think we can just safely attack him now. Am I wrong? Unless he plays healing, right? But he doesn't. So if we hit him, he KOs us back, but then he gets KO'd. Unless he has a healing card, and then he's forced into Giratina, and then we can red KO with Giratina. Right? We're doing it. No Vanity, just hit 2,000 points in Master Ball using this deck. So fire. It's a fun deck. It really is. I think this is a safe play. Am I wrong here? But we both have Rocky Helmet. Unless we get Guzma or something crazy, then I feel like we're fine. Bruh. We got stream sniped. We got stream sniped. We genuinely 100% got stream sniped. Bro, what? You just Marsed our 1-card hand, dude. With red. We have 2 red in our deck, 5 cards. It's actually pretty likely that we draw into it. Anyone see that? Did anyone notice the stream sniping that just occurred? Am I the only one? Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks. Oh, wait, we can force the tie now, I guess, theoretically, unless he has Sabrina or whatever. Top deck red. Boom, never punished. Built different. That's why we play 2 copies of red. Built different. Built different. We're better. GG. Winning the mirror matchup. Whoop. We went second. So We had the advantage either way. Let's go. You gotta like the stream, guys. Subscribing is free. We need all the help we can get. Nobody's watching the videos because nobody plays ranked anymore. Feels bad. Feels bad. I just hope the next season is something that people enjoy. Honestly, that's all I really care about. Whether it's like the big update or not. Have I tried the Garchomp deck? I don't know which one you're talking about specifically, but I've tried a lot of Garchomp decks. I've tried quite a few, so I don't know which one you're referring to specifically, but yes, probably. We probably have. I think Dawn's a good addition. Leaf would be a good addition. There's a lot of cards that are good in this deck list. It's just you have to cut something for those cards, right? And I just don't feel comfortable cutting anything in our deck. If anything, I would cut probably like Sabrina or something. Sabrina maybe, or you could even play like a Giovanni instead of Sabrina, and it might even be better. Or Leaf. I don't know. But Sabrina's just good. Like, we're going first into Suicune, so Sabrina might just save us here. You know what I mean? Oh, what's up, Oricorio? It's Ori Ninja? Is this a real Ori Ninja deck, or is this just Suicune that just happens to have Oricorio and double? It's probably Suicune, right? Thanks for the sub. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. I just like new cards and theory crafting, and I want to update my chart. Yeah, 100%, dude. I feel that all the way. Light Rain, dude, we're ready to rip. We really are. Once we get some more news, then I'll plan out sort of my video schedule as time goes on. But like for right now, like I'm still covering the metagame because we're still in the meta. But I think as we go into next week, I'll probably do a lot of stuff that's not stuff that we like typically do. Does that make sense? Like we'll do different types of content. That's not necessarily just sort of meta decks or whatnot. We'll talk about like how to improve the game or what I would change about the game. Our hand is crazy. Is there a case to be made to... If he has X speed and Rare Candy Greninja, we're cooked, right? It's fine. We just hit. Get this Oricorio out of our face. What were we talking about? I forget. I honestly totally forget what we were talking about. I just created this deck, hoping for the best. Yo, good luck, Pack Raider. Oh! He's going to have it. Yeah, he's going to have Rare Candy Greninja X speed. He's going to have it. He's actually going to have it. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way he has the 3 exact cards he needs to win this turn. Nah, okay, that's fine. That is fine. We have a Rocky Helmet on the active too, which is good. So we split here and we just like maybe hope that we KO. Probably. Actually, if we evolve, he can't KO the active. We split anyway, which is funny. But yeah, we can actually... So if we're at 90. So he can't KO next turn even if we split. But then he can KO the following turn. And if he hits with Greninja, then we KO that turn, right? So I think we still evolve so we don't just get KO'd. But we still split the energies in case like something happens. We don't need to attack this turn. I think it's better to do this. Could be crazy. You guys can comment me if I'm wrong. Is there any good Rayquaza EX deck currently? No, Rayquaza EX is just not a good card, unfortunately. Rayquaza Ho and Babies? Yeah, I don't think it's that good. But that's really kind of it. Seasonal filler arc? Yeah, I know. I know about it. He's going to attack... Oh, he could Cyrus us and KO here. That would be unfortunate. He's setting up the Giratina, which is fine. We have Red in hand and Rocky Helmet on the active, so... Low-key don't really mind it. Well, actually, because he's going to be able to go into Greninja, but we do have Sabrina. It's a little bit sketchy, right? This whole thing is a little bit sketch. Like a little bit. We have our own Giratina now, so that opens up a little bit of things, right? But if we KO here, he probably goes into... He can't KO if he goes into Greninja. That's the thing, right? So... If we Sabrina him here, what does that do? Nothing, really, right? We always KO this Oricorio. But we have to play a card here, and I probably want to reserve... Probably just play Mars. I know he doesn't have a second Greninja. I think we're doing fine here. I think we're doing fine. Benching the Giratina might have been a mistake there, but it's fine. Because the way I look at it is if he goes into Greninja here, he can't KO my active. Unless he has a second Greninja. And if he goes into Giratina, he takes 40 damage and we have Red and second Silvally in hand. Right? I feel like we're setting ourselves up for at least somewhat success here. If he goes, he can go into Greninja and not attack. But yeah, so let's see. So he might red card us or Mars us or whatever. But again, we have Silvally and 2 red in our deck that haven't been played yet. Research comes down. Think we'll ever get a meta promo card? Probably not. Unless the promo card is just a promo art of a already meta card, you know what I mean? Oh, he's probably going to Cyrus this up. Yeah, he's probably going to Cyrus Giratina here, yeah, and then we lose. My bad. My bad. My bad, I forgot that he could do that. We shouldn't have get bench Giratina, my bad. We misplayed by bench Giratina. Sorry. Sorry. I didn't think about it. Too busy talking. Still don't have water. I don't know why I keep checking. It was Suicune the whole time. That's crazy. All right. GG. Oh, he whiffed on it. Oh, he caped, though. He caped the active. Oh, it's a tragedy. It's an absolute tragedy. We can force the tie, I guess, technically. All right. He caped. He caped us. Oh, the Rocky Helmet, though, huh? We always just red KO, and then what? We like Rocky Helmet here? Does it matter what we Rocky Helmet, though? We have Cyrus in hand as well, so if he KOs the active, he'll go down anyway. Oh, he has Irida, though. So if he Iridas, we lose, which he probably will Irida. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. What are you going to do? What can you do? So he takes 40, and then he'll go to 50 if he Iridas, right? So if he Iridas here, he wins. Dude, the Greninja deck, the Suicune decks are hilarious. They really are. They just happen to have, you know, the cards. It's a little bit unfortunate, honestly. It just is. Guzma wouldn't have won us the game here, unfortunately, right? So if he Iridas, he wins. You know, GG to him. You know, congrats, I guess. Actually, no. I mean, he doesn't, right? Because we can just still bellow with the Giratina. Because he's only got one prize, which is funny. I guess. But when is Rocky Helmet better than Cape? Basically, always. There's not a lot of scenarios where you want Cape, really. The only times you would Cape any Pokemon would be onto, like, Giratina. But even if you Cape Giratina, like, I mean, that's kind of a niche scenario anyway, right? Okay. So he's going to Cyrus and then go into, what, something else here? Oh, no, he just... Okay. I guess he's just taking the tie, I guess. LOL. I guess we forced the tie. There's nothing else we could have done that game, right? What else could we have done? Quite frankly. Greninja already has a promo? Promo's confirmed broken, that's right. For sure. I think Shiny Mewtwo's the best promo card. Shiny Mewtwo's sick. I think he was talking about Cape and not Cave. Finally got to Master Ball with a 9-win streak after suffering all season against Suicune in this deck. Using this deck, yeah. I like this deck into Suicune. I feel like we could probably change our deck to be a bit better in the matchup for whatever the reason. Like maybe Guzma, right? But like, I like Silver and I like Sabrina and I like the double red. Like I feel like our deck is fairly well positioned. We're climbing. We're not getting that lucky, I would say, this stream. Last stream we got some pretty good fortune. Like we were doing pretty good, but this stream definitely not as definitely not as fortunate. Even though we've still made pretty good progress, you know. I don't know how many points we've climbed, but we've gone up like 400 or 500 ranks, which is good. Going second, what do we lead here? Not Giratina, not Giratina. Thank you. Lightning deck. There we go. Lee has followed. What's up, Lee? How you doing? What's going on? It is Tapu Koko. We don't have red in hand or Rocky Helmet, so we got to get a little bit lucky on what we draw. He Rocky Helmets us. Not that that matters. So no red or Rocky Helmet means we can't KO this Tapu Koko. Unless we flip... Well, maybe actually still. Or it comes down N0 Aura. Okay. All right. So I feel like we're fine. We can bench the other type null, attach active, research, hopefully draw a Rocky Helmet and some reds or whatever. Another research and a Sabrina. It's fine. We'll just flip heads here. Come on. Can we not get what are the odds of no Rocky Helmet, no red, and we flip tails? Can anybody quantify that to me, please? Real quick. Anybody? Please. Oh, he runs potions anyway, which is great. I mean, we can still split here. We can evolve, split, hit for 20, and then just sweep with Savali after this, right? It's really not a bad scenario, but it's not great. Oh, there's a Rocky Helmet. That's cool beans. 100% in this universe. Yeah, it's tough out here. You know what I mean? It's tough in these streets. It really is. Just changed cape to Rocky Helmet after the statement. All right. Well, hopefully it works for you, brother. I really hope it does. Double tails. Sad, still no red, but we did get both Rocky Helmets though. So theoretically speaking here, we KO this Tapu Koko next turn, and then we're gliding off into the sunset. He can retreat here, but we do have Cyrus. We do have Cyrus. Although that doesn't really help us, but we do have a full HP Silvally. So if he like repels and then does all of that stuff, then yeah. But maybe he Guzmas us. Maybe we get Guzma'd. And there's our friend Pikachu. We're not worried about this. Like double Silvally, he does have the Guzma. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Right now, I am so tired of it. I really am. I'm genuinely I'm done with it all. He just happened to have Guzma and Pikachu in hand. What are the odds? What actually are the odds here? I don't know. And we still have no red. Feels bad. Giratina. Okay. Okay. If we Sabrina him, what then? That doesn't help us, right? He got rid of our Rocky Helmet. Jeez. So we're living. We just need a top deck red next turn. We have 2 red in our deck. Oh my gosh, dude. These people are so lucky. I don't even know what else to say. They're just lucky. They're just straight up. They're just lucky. Anyway, if we Sabrina here, what does he do? Well, we don't Sabrina because we already attached to Giratina. We're already double legging up on Giratina, so I'm just gonna silver this turn. That's fine. He doesn't have E-Switch, which is interesting. We need red. We just need a top deck red. That's all it really comes down to, actually. But even then, though, right? Because if we top deck red, we get KO'd, and then Pikachu just KOs us, right? I think we just lose. We lose to all of the shenanigans that happened previously. Quite honestly here. And the Rocky Helmet on the Tapu Koko. We just can't win. We effectively cannot win the game. Yeah, all right. GG. What I think of the Laddie's Giratina deck? Everybody asks me about that. I think it's a fine deck, but I think Silvally is just a better combo. Better combination to play. Yeah, we're getting out of here. We lost to the Guzma. We lost to not drawing red. We lost to a lot of stuff, dude. We lost to us just drawing none of the Pokemon. What, you know, sometimes, dude, like, sometimes your opponent just has every card and you have no cards. You know what I mean? We're getting unlucky in that respect tonight, where our opponents just seemingly continue to have, you know, I think every card they ever could possibly need there. But yeah, we could have not, you know, gone double Rocky Helmet there. But, you know, are we really banking on him having Guzma? And are we also banking on him having Pikachu that turn? You know, are we banking on that? Are we playing around that? I don't think so. I think I would rather Rocky Helmet the bench and then, you know, protect us from like getting repelled or Cyrus or whatever. He also had Potion too. He also had Potion. Like, what did we do wrong there? I don't feel like we really did much. Mantike lead though. Probably gonna pull a old Giratina though off this Pokeball, as we all know. As we all know, we will. Hello, Giratina. Okay, let's Pokeball before we Gladion. Yeah, we told you. I told you it would be the case. It's a Suicune, so we're just gonna do this, and I'm not gonna bench the Giratina yet. %. Matt's lost to playing the game. I tried to play the game. I did. We were attempting, but second Giratina. So is it Suicune with 2 Giratinas? Ah, he doesn't know I have Sabrina in my hand. But I, in fact, do have Sabrina in my hand. Now, we do not have Silvally. Never mind, we have Silvally. So that's cool. Is Mantech usually just useful for the chance to go on the first turn? Yeah, but it's also like Giratina is most of the time not what you want in the active spot. So think about it this way: most of the time you want to force your opponent to go through Silvali's and then Giratina. So if you lead Giratina, it's much harder to have that lineup, right? Whereas Mantech, even if we go second and we lead Mantech, it can just be a free pivot into like a Silvally, right? Where we don't have to, just ride the train of having Giratina in the active spot, and then having to hopefully, have our Silvally in the back end finish the game. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense, but that's my word. I'm sticking to it. Oh, he caped, which means we're gonna top deck we're gonna whiff on the supporter top deck. Oh, here it is anyway. Okay, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. We're gonna 2-hit KO him anyway. I guess it does matter actually if you think about it, right? Top deck red though. GG. Ah. Meh. We'll bench Giratina now. But yeah, and if that makes sense, that's my explanation. That's what I'm saying. Giratina is my leverage for the end game standoff phase. Yeah, it's a card that I want for the end of the game, preferably. It's mostly the case. He does bench the Suicune now and attaches to it. So he can KO, right? So he's doing... No, he probably can't KO. We have to play the red. No, we don't actually have to, but we probably should, no? Yeah, because we have Cyrus. We just KO here. There's no reason not to KO. He can't attack with anything other than Suicune next turn, and he's probably not KOing Suicune, so... It's better to just play the red this turn. I know we can't KO the Suicune, but whatever. I'd rather just KO him here. Remove the bench Pokemon and not have to deal with this shenanigans. Ranked is insufferable. This new set better be good. Ravone, like, I have differing opinions. Like, I really don't think the ranked is that bad. People just don't like seeing Suicune all the time, and I get it, but I don't think the Suicune stuff's that bad. So he can't KO my active, like, regardless of what happens here, so I don't know how we lose the game. Yeah, it's still a 2-hit KO. But if we top deck red, though... he's just going to bellow. Okay. No, does he just not play Greninjas or whatever in his deck? Could be the case, theoretically. Maybe he doesn't. It does feel good when you play a Suicune and they just like happen to not have every card they've ever needed ever in their lives, right? It does feel good when that happens. We're probably going to get Marsed here, though, which is sad because we have Cyrus and red in our hand. But we do have we have 2 red in the deck, so... And if he hits us, he takes 40, right? Yeah, so we're going to get Marsed, but it's fine because we have Rocky Helmet on the active, so... Chilling. Straight vibing. Without Greninja, this deck list is not very good, I'll be honest. The only reason Suicune is that good is because of Greninja and how hard Greninja carries. Which I think most people probably understand. He bellows again. The millionth bellow. Top deck something? Okay. Sure. I still don't want to bench the type null, so we'll just hit him. Just hit him. I think when Guzma was released, it wasn't very good, but now it's amazing. I think Guzma was good when it was released, actually. I think we were in a red format, though. You're right, though. No, you're right. Guzma wasn't as good as red because red was used to extend on So red is better when most of the format is like high HP Pokemon, and Guzma is better when most of the format is lower HP Pokemon that are playing giant capes, right? Because like back then when Guzma came out, it was all like rare candy stage 2 decks, and most of the time you would rather just play red because a lot of times they weren't playing giant cape, you know what I mean? Whereas like all of these Pokemon with 140, 130, 150 HP, like it is theoretically just better to play Guzma. You know, because most of the time they have cape, and that's where the breakpoint matters. It depends, of course, but yeah. Yeah, this Suicune deck bricked, which feels good. It feels good to fight a Suicune that bricks. Doesn't always happen like that, but happened this game. Mantike put in absolute work. When Mantike does its thing, it feels great. It really does. Our opponent did 0 damage to me this game. Actually, no. Yeah, he did. Well, technically, we did 20 damage to ourselves, but I'm ranked 1240 right now, but I feel like I just can't play one deck without losing 7 games. Try this deck. I think this deck's very good. Or just play Suicune. I think Giratina Darkrai is probably safe as well. Like, there's no way you play Giratina Darkrai and you go on a 7-game losing streak, right? It just doesn't. The thing is, when I play Giratina Darkrai, I feel like I win, lose, win, lose, win, lose because I don't have like substantial matchups, and against a lot of stuff, it's hard for me to feel like to go on win streaks with Giratina Darkrai. But in tournament, Giratina Darkrai is great because everyone's playing Suicune. We're playing DB. We're playing against DB. What does DB stand for, guys? Do we know? Yeah, we have more relevant tools now. I mean, to be fair, like most decks are just playing. We're going first. Okay. Most decks are just playing. What is it? They're just playing Rocky Helmet and Giant Cape. Like, I don't think it's a big. I think that's just the case. Honestly. There's a A4a in the active. I'm really happy Darkteen is falling off. I mean, yeah, it's tough because Giratina Darkrai would have fallen off the last few. Database maybe. Yeah, maybe you're right. Could be right. Damage boss. Uh-oh. What are we talking about? Giratina Darkrai would not have actually been that relevant the last two metagames if it didn't have winning matchups into the best deck. Uniquely. Oh, it's Silvally. It's one of the only decks that like has that. I don't know what else to say really. Like it was good into Espeon. Okay. All right. Can we get a Silvally here? That second red is troublesome. I kind of want a Bellow. Definitely gonna Bellow. It was strong into Espeon, and then it was also strong into Suicune. Hello, Lo-Fi. Hello. So here's Silvally, so he probably... Yeah, so we get KO this turn. Which is whatever, I guess. I guess, whatever. You know, I mean, we still... I don't think we attack the active. I don't think attaching... Will we attach to the active anyway? I wonder why we did that. In case we draw into Silvally, I think was the idea there. My stamina pack has recovered. Clutch. Absolutely clutch. We're probably cooked now, I think. Are we cooked just because we went first and he had the A4a? Turn 2 Silvally KO. He kind of just drew the sauce, didn't he? He kind of just drew the sauce. We should have doubled up on Giratina, probably. I don't know. What happened? What happened this game? Does anyone know? Does anyone know? He already took Rocky Helmet damage, actually, which is an interesting prospect. It's a deck that both generates board advantage and can get away for Le Mans diverse. Yeah. For show. So we Sabrina there to basically have him go -1 energy so that Silvally can sweep him. That's our plan now, is to sweep him with Silvally. But we need supporters to do that. But that's my plan now. We're going to soak up a hit here and hope he doesn't have Cyrus, basically. He doesn't attack. That's cursed, actually. That's low-key cursed. But now we can attach, retreat, and bellow. I guess. We're maneuvering. We're finagling. And there's the other type null, unfortunately. Okay, so what is he gonna do here? Hit me with a Oricorio? He's got to retreat, but then he's at 0 energy again. And then we KO with Giratina. Actually, he can't KO the active. So he's got to stay in, right? Yeah, that's the better play. So, okay. So now what we're reliant on, unfortunately, is him not having another Oricorio, I guess, is the play here. Which I guess is fine, but that's the play. Feels bad. Could have held this Sabrina, but I think we were in this scenario because we Sabrinaed, right? So this is fine. We just hit him here. He goes into Silvally. He KOs. We just KO with Giratina, and then we hope he doesn't have an Oricorio. But we played, you know, we did play, been at the exact same elo for 3 hours. I love this game. We haven't climbed much either, but, you know, you're going to have those. If I lose, I'll open my pack for sure. If we see the Oricorio, we concede instantly. We have Silver and Mars in the deck. I would love to top deck Mars right now. I would I would love to top deck Mars right now. You have no idea how much I would love to top deck Mars right now. I really would. I really, really would. Bang. Oh, it's silver, though. That could be fine. He concedes. Yo! He plays only one Oricorio in his deck. He happens to only play one Oricorio and we win. Let's go. Let's go. That's Mario for you. I wish Wisdom of the Sea and Sky brought more to the table. It was a bit lackluster. I don't think it was lackluster. I think that people just don't, like, it was lackluster in the sense that Lugia and Ho-Oh are not meta. Like, that's what's lackluster about it. But to be fair, most of the cards, like Lunala and Solgaleo was lackluster. Palkia and Dialga were lackluster. Palkia maybe not so much, and maybe not Solgaleo. But to be fair, like, none of the cover art Pokemon have ever, like, dominated the metagame. But in that same vein, like, the baby Pokemon were relevant. What else did we get in Sea and Sky? The baby Pokemon. There's other Pokemon that are relevant, right? It's not just the babies, right? What other EXs did we get? Am I wrong? The rank music's the only reason I play it. You're right, though, I guess. Wisdom of Sea and Sky was a bit tough. But it also had, like, the best metagame, too. Like, it felt bad in the moment, but it was one of the better metagames that we've ever had. The notification got me. Oh, what's up? Yo, VK45 Det. What's going on, man? Just tuning in. How's the win rate been? We're doing pretty good. I would say we're positive win rate. I don't know what that is exactly. We haven't gone on many streaks, but we have a positive win rate. Mars. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. I love Mars. Anyway, that's a 6-card hand. It feels great. Feels phenomenal. Skarm, Lantern, Crobat, and Espeon? Yeah, I mean, Skarm's decent. Lantern's kind of mean. Crobat, I guess, felt bad, yeah. Espeon? Espeon came out and... It did, didn't it? Espeon was cracked. Yeah, Espeon was crazy. Wisdom of Sea and Sky wasn't that bad. We had the baby Pokemon. We had Espeon. Crobat probably could... I don't know. There's definitely a time in a metagame scenario where Crobat is relevant. I don't know when that is or, you know, or what, but... He Marses us. It's fine. We're going to get Marsed into us, Savali. Wisdom of Sea and Sky. Remember one more intro of Baby Mons? Yeah. Okay, that's a bad hand. Yeah, it's not, I guess, ideal. Do we... Well... Is it better to bench here or not bench? He's got one card in hand, right? I don't think we bench here. But I want to attach. So if we bench here, he needs... There's no way. Yeah, we bench. We safely bench here. But do we bench Giratina or do we bench type Null? Anybody? We have Cyrus. If we're attacking, why not bench? Because if we attack, we KO. He goes down to 2. Then that would be 60. So he would need... But he also goes down to 1 bench. So that's 40. So he would need 2 basics and 2 cards. There's no way. He already played Research and Pokeball. I'm benching. I'm literally going to bench. I'm literally going to do it. And I'm going to bench Giratina too. Watch me. Watch me go. Watch me throw. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. I'm throwing the game. 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 You might be wondering why we did that. The reason we did that is because we have red in hand. So, like, if I bench Giratina, I can double up on it next turn. I can actually just attach 1 and then hit and then have the subsequent turn. Although he probably plays Irida, but I'm doing it this way. I'm doing it this way. There's no way he goes double basics here. There's no way. I'm telling you. It was calculated. It was actually calculated. Now if we draw like a Silvally, we're cooking. It's another red. That's crazy. Man. Do I think Silvally's the best non-EX card? Probably, yeah. Or Greninja, I guess. So I think benching here is fine because we can just bench and then attach to type Null. If we top deck a Silvally, we KO and we can double red. Or we can just attach to Giratina, red, flip, and then use red or Cyrus on the subsequent turn if we double up, right? Just me? Just me? But then I think we would rather just go type Null into type Null, right? I feel like I'm off the walls right now. What is the best play here? The best play would be to bench here because if he KOs, he's going to KO anyway. So he just KOs and then we go into this. Repel might be a concern, exactly. But who do we attach to now is the question. I'm still going to red this turn. Just to potentially do 60. And I think we attach type null in case we top deck Silvally, right? But if we bend... Yeah, I'm doing it. I've crossed myself up. We probably made a misplay here at one point or another, but we're doing it anyway. We're doing it live. It's too late. We've played too many games. I've played Suicune so much all night. I wish I played Raikoko. Not even lying. So let's see. I mean, what does he have in hand? He probably has Rare Candy, Greninja, whatever, right? He does have the Irida. So that brings him to 120. But we have red in hand, so if we top deck a Silvally, it's GG. And then we can just chain together the type nulls, and we can just attach to Giratina and do the same thing that we did before. Am I wrong? I'm definitely not wrong. We're cooking. We are cooking with gas. 13 cards in deck. Oh, no. All right. It's not the Silvally top deck that we all wanted in life, but... Now, the thing is, we still hit here, right? We still hit, and then we wait the extra turn to just Broken Space Bellow. So we still hit him, in case he has like a second Irida or whatever, and Giant Cape. Or is it worth it to not hit? Yo, thank you, Jimmy Jack, for the follow. Is it better to not hit here, and then if he Iridas, he goes to 140, but if he Iridas and he has Giant Cape, then we lose, right? And if he retreats? Yeah, but if we Bellow with Giratina, then we can just KO whatever next turn. So even if he retreats into like a Greninja and KOs me, we can KO it with Giratina. You know what I mean? So I think we always Broken Space Bellow this turn. Playing against someone using Ultra Necrozma? That's crazy. What's up, Trainer Austin? First time chatter. What's going on? I lost my first match with this deck. Dude, well, try more. So here comes the Rare Candy Greninja, right? Like I said. But now what happens is that if he retreats into to KO the type null, we can Cyrus him. And if he doesn't, then... You know, if he just Giant Capes and KOs, then we KO with red Giratina. It's a smarter play. It's the smarter move here. Yeah, he's going to set up the KO in the active, but he already supported, so just GG. And even if he retreats, it's GG because we have Cyrus. The Repel is crazy. The Repel is a crazy move. But he's going to retreat into Greninja. Right? He can't KO me this turn, regardless. Yeah, it's GG. Let's go. Although if he capes... If he capes, we're cooked. Am I wrong? If he capes that Suicune, we're cooked. Ah, we made the right play. We made the right play. Came over from YouTube? Yo. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Bro, we were so deep. We were so deep in this game that it just worked out. We overthought things like a million times and somehow it all came back around. So let's go. Let's do it. Does anyone know, is anybody else streaming Pokemon Pocket right now on Twitch? Are there other people streaming this game right now? Anybody? Is there somebody with like way more Twitch followers that's streaming on Twitch right now? Anyone? Does anyone know? It's a Friday night at midnight. There are dozens of us? Pot of Grid, are you also streaming on Twitch? Is that what's happening? We're on a 3-win streak though, which is cool. Nothing super crazy in terms of win streaks. We've had a couple threes tonight. I think this is our third 3-game win streak, but nothing like super crazy. Silvally 1 turn late. Yep. Jody's streaming? Okay, that makes sense. Jody's got a lot of Twitch followers, so it makes sense. Definitely makes sense. We're playing a fire deck. Okay. Jody's streaming on YouTube? Word. Shout out to Jody. The legend. The legend. I don't know when he's ending his stream, but we'll raid him or whatever if we can. I don't know how to do that, but we'll raid him if we end our stream before he does. But it's our Friday night. We're chilling, right? Oh, yeah, he's got his tournament tomorrow. How many people are registered for Jody's tournament tomorrow? I would plan it if I could, but I cannot, unfortunately. He's got 176 registered. He'll get more tomorrow, I think. We are playing Turbo Flareon, but he's going first. So, if we flip heads here, we're actually cooking. Isn't it like raid Twitch name? I don't know. There's a way to do it like in the UI. So, but yeah, I mean, I think probably. I don't know commands and stuff like that. to be honest. Ugh. Jody and Mina? Who's Mana? Mana? I don't know who that is, honestly. Do I? Do I know that? I'm on a 7 win streak with this deck. Let's go. All right, we flip tails, which means we probably lose, actually. Unironically. It means we probably lose the game. But, whatever. We do have red. Does it mean we lose? Without Rocky Helmet, probably, right? Without Rocky Helmet, it probably does. If he bricks this turn, we can Mars him, but... Yeah, it's just that. You looked up to it. He goes into this Magby. That's super funny. And he repels us. We actually don't care about that. We actually don't, because we were probably going to split anyway. Oh, and he has Flareon. Okay. Yeah, it's. I think it's just GG here. I don't think we can win. If we flipped heads here, we had an opportunity to win there, but yeah. Feels bad. Feels not great. No Rocky Helmet either, huh? Just no Rocky Helmets. R.I.P. R.I.P. Feels bad. We'll flip heads here, though. GG. Hey, we got it. So he's going to hit. Well, he hit for 120, but then without Rocky Helmet, this game is just not... It's not going to happen. Which is annoying. But Turbo Flareon is just, you know... I mean... It's just how it goes, right? He goes into this Magby for some reason. I guess it just doesn't matter, right? He's just going to come in and attack a KO anyway. So... With Rocky Helmet, we can force the tie, but he's going to have EV Bag and stuff, right? So... It's like, you know, it's not great. If we draw into Giratina here, it's theoretically possible, but unlikely. Giratina? No. Okay. We Mars above, but we have to red him this turn. We just lose. There's no... I don't know what we're talking about here. We just lose the game. It's all good. It's all good. There's literally nothing we can do there. Him going first and us just whiffing the KO. RIP to us. He's going to be at 1 HP. Double Rocky Helmet in the deck. They don't exist. Yo, what's up, Alejandro? What's going on, brother? How are you doing, my friend? How is you doing? All right. We'll take the Elder Turbo Flareon. I don't think there's anything we can do about that. I'll be entirely honest with you. I don't think there's anything we could have done there. I need a good Absol card next pack. It's my favorite Pokemon. Dude, an Absol EX. We'll hopefully get Mega Absol. I would love if we got Mega Absol. I would love that. I would love that. Does anyone know if Jody's going to be streaming for a while? Because I will raid him pretty soon here if he's going to be if he's going to keep streaming. Let me know. I don't know when he is planning to get off. It is Friday night, so I assume he's probably just going to be chilling for a while. But yeah. But yes. Doing good, slowly climbing to Masters with Coco, Raikou, Pika. Let's go. It's my favorite deck this season. Definitely my favorite deck this season. I absolutely love it. I really do. We're doing pretty good, though, I would say. This stream. This deck list is... I mean, we've gotten... I would say overall our luck tonight's been low, but... our deck's been operating quite well. I do think Azrael will be useful when the Megas come out. I think a lot of the baby Pokemon are going to be useful when the Megas come out. I'm not going to lie. I really do. I think they have a lot of potential. I think any of the energy generating ones... Oh, he's playing a tournament? Okay, all right. We'll rate him. Can we rate on YouTube? I think we can. I don't know if we... I think we can. Could be wrong about that, but... We have red in hand, so and Silvally, so we are just going to hit him like this. He might have potion or whatnot, but maybe we flip heads. Boom, we got it. Flareon is fast when it hits like crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, they can not lead Magby, right? They cannot get the Flareon of all turn 2. Like, that matchup's not bad for us. It's just like, if they get the start they want, and we don't get the setup we want, then yeah, you know, it's not gonna go very well. Okay, so this worked out pretty well from our perspective. We get Sabrinaed. Of course he has the Sabrina. Why wouldn't he? Why would he not? Why would he not? We don't need to hit here and take the damage, I guess. So, well, I guess that probably doesn't really matter. Oh, the Sabrina's interesting. It is interesting. I'm just going to bellow. Since we're chilling, I'm going to take the turn to bellow here. Jody, Men's is running an Entei and Zard EX combo. I like that deck. I actually like that whole setup. I wonder if he has Leaf in hand. Do we think he has Leaf in hand? It's an interesting scenario. We always Sabrina here. Always Sabrina here. And I think we just hit him for 100, right? He doesn't have a Giratina, so we should never lose this game. Although I guess theoretically it is possible to lose this game, but I'm trying really hard not to. I made a guess while watching an ad, and I was wrong. Oh, the tourney is ban list. That's pretty cool. Oh, yo, what's up, Matthias? What's going on, Matthias? Great to see you streaming. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate you. I do. He now sees the red in hand, the double reds in hand. It's just pretty funny for him. He's like, oh my gosh, wait. I'm getting KO next turn regardless. He might have potion or whatever, but it's all right. We're going to top deck a Gladion. No stress. Oh, Men of Steel is a great smaller pocket streamer on Twitch. If you want to raid someone else, all right, maybe I'll raid him too. I mean, I'm a big fan of Jody. I'm not a big I'm not familiar rather of Men of Steel, but you know, sure. I'll you know, why not? Oh, the Gladion is sick. The Gladion is sick. Basically means GG in the chat for this man. Yo, what's up? Your brother from Mars, Mad Dog Maddie. LOL. Great to see you streaming from Chile. Yo, my bro, let's do it. Let's go. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We don't stream a lot on the channel, but we've been doing it a little bit more recently. So I'm trying to build up like a, you know, I'm trying to get some people to follow on Twitch. So any support on the Twitch is greatly appreciated. It's a little bit tough, right? Because like, you know, there's other people that stream to Twitch regularly. So it's hard to have that kind of balance in a way, you know? But the dual stream stuff is fun. Like, I never really did it before because I didn't stream a lot, but now we're doing it. I think if we red here, well, nah, it's better to literally just bellow. So that's what we're going to do. I almost just hit him here and, like, redded him, but yeah, it's better to just bellow and then win next turn. Retreat. Retreat, you got to retreat. You got to retreat. Get out of here. The tournament stuff's fun. Like, I do like playing... Bro. We have red in hand, brother. We have the red in hand. Get owned. Get owned. Burptina, let's go. Let's go. What do you guys think? Should we wrap up the stream? Anybody? What are your thoughts? We've climbed pretty good. We've climbed pretty good. I would love to raid somebody and then join in. The thing is, me and Jody are homies. I would feel bad if I did not raid Jody. I'm not gonna lie. He does have more viewers though. He does have more viewers. If I raid Men, would you guys? If we raided Mena, would you guys go into Jody's stream and tell him that no hard feelings? Should I put up a poll? Should I put up a poll right now? I think I can raid on YouTube too, but I don't know how to do it. Can you raid on YouTube? I feel like you can, but I don't know how to do it. I can work on it. I can work on it. What do you guys think? Who should we raid? I feel like we should raid. Do we play more games too? Maybe we just play more games. Anybody? What are your thoughts? 24-hour stream? What do you think about streaming on Kick? I don't even know what Kick is, bro. I'm not even lying. I have no idea what that is. End on a win is a good thing. Please keep streaming. All right, we'll play a few more games. We'll play a few more games. All right, just a little bit. Yo, thanks for the subscribe, Leon. Thank you. Did Ursaday retire? I think Ursaday like graduated. I think, and she's just been busy. I think. I don't know. I don't know what else to think, but that's kind of what I think. She's probably just busy, you know what I mean? Going first, Giratina lead into probably Suicune. It's a little bit suspect, but at least we're going first, right? And we do have red in hand, so. Dude, the dancing Squirtle is sweet. He's a cool guy. He's a pretty cool guy. I'm gonna research before Pokeball. Yeah, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. No, we're not benching though. We do have a Suicune in the active. We will not bench. I'm tired, guys. Listen, it's been a long week. Yo, everybody's following. Yo, let's go. Make the Squirtle dance, guys. Everybody's got to follow. Make sure you follow. Let's do it. We said we were leaving, and a bunch of people left the stream, and then we didn't leave, which is pretty funny. Maybe after this game. Maybe we'll bounce out of here after this game. What vids are going to be out this week? Probably the same videos that we do every week, honestly. Nah, it's going to be different. I might do a meta report. I might not. I might spend this week really just talking about the state of Pokemon Pocket and how it would change things and whatnot. There goes our red. He also did just Giant Cape the active, which we love. And we have... Okay. All right. Just looked up the YouTube rating thing, and it's way more complicated than Twitch. Okay, all right. Maybe we pass on that then. Is that what you're saying? There's no way he has Guzma, right, this turn? Not happening. I wonder if he'll bellow, though, instead of attacking. It probably makes sense for him to do that, right? Because if he attacks, like, what does it really do? You know what I mean? There's no way he attacks. I'd be shocked if he attacked us. I really would. Thanks for the follow, man. Thank you. You gotta do some redirect thing? Yeah, he's not gonna attack. We knew he wouldn't. But he can't attack with Giratina next turn either way either, right? So... Do we attack this turn? No. We don't. We never attack. We let him hit us first. Well, I mean... Yeah. We just do this, I think. And then we bellow again. Maybe this isn't the right play. I'm a little bit too tired for this. I'm not gonna lie. Today's internet went out one weekend for a tournament, and then she has not streamed a tournament since then. Maybe she's still having internet problems. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you never know. Does he hit here? He has to bellow, or else this Giratina can't do anything. Yeah. This is fine. So we just need to draw into... We could retreat. Does it make more sense to retreat here? The thing is, if he goes into Giratina and he hits our Giratina, he goes down to 110, and then we KO with red type null, or Silvally rather. And then what does he do, right? And then what does he do? If we retreat, then he could repel us or whatever. I think we just stay in. I might be reading this totally wrong, but I think we just stay in and we just chaotic impact. It's my opinions, because he's just going to retreat, discard both energies, go into Giratina, and then we KO it, right? And then what? And then I think we just win. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, the Greninja is annoying, but whatever. It was over a month ago. I don't know. I don't know Ursi, personally. Yo, Toady Sage, $10. Thanks for all the content. You're one of my favorite Pocket content creators. Thank you, man. Thank you for that $10. I really appreciate that. Truthfully, thank you so much. It's extremely kind. Extremely kind. W's in the chat for Toady. When will he host another tournament? Probably next month. Sometime, I guess. Quite frankly. Also, she's been streaming since then. Okay. Yeah, so, I mean, listen, running tournaments is hard work. It really is. He plays the Irida. So what does he do here? He retreats. And then we KO. So he's at 0 energies, and we're about to KO him next turn. Oh, never mind. He can attach that turn. Okay. I mean... Still fine, I feel like. We're in a fine spot. Although the Greninja does make this a little bit... Actually, no, because he can deal... He can only deal 80 next turn. So if we top deck like a... With Rocky Helmet, we might just have this locked down. We might unironically have this locked down. I'm Eastern time. Personally, myself. So he can't KO us next turn. And if he hits us, he goes down to 120. We have a second red in hand. Am I going to be streaming more this week? This weekend, I might stream Sunday night, but I'll probably be streaming a good bit next week, like during the week, for sure. Especially when we get news. If we get news of the new set, for sure. 1000%. So he goes into Suicune here. He has to hit. No, he doesn't have to. It actually would be smart for him not to. So he's definitely just gonna, yeah, he's gonna Water Shuriken us and then not hit, and then we lose because we don't have, what is it? Cyrus. It's all good, man. What can you do? Yeah, it's almost midnight. We streamed last night too. We were up late last night. But yeah, we'll stream more for sure later in this week. He splits the energies. I guess this doesn't matter, so why not? Wait, what? And then heals? What? We have to red here so we can force the tie. What a weird play. He might have a retreat card. But yeah, we lose to not having Cyrus. And to him, I guess, healing and having Greninja. The Era OD Mad Dog Mad tournament is coming. Dude, for sure. All right, I mean, let's see if he wins this turn. We can still top deck Cyrus. I really do debate playing 2 copies of Cyrus in the deck. I feel like it would be better than playing 1 Mars, 1 Cyrus. But now we win. Now we actually win to Sabrina or Cyrus top decks, which is interesting. Oh, no bench? Yeah, you're right. But does he know that? He would have attacked me if he knew that. We couldn't bench anything either because all we had was Mantike and it would have gotten KO'd. There's no way he doesn't know that he would win if he attacked. He's just BMing, right? He's probably just gonna... I don't know what's going on. Yo, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. And now we just need to top deck Sabrina or Cyrus. Oh. Oh, what happened to the double Mars? We swapped it for a silver, which I think is fine, but yeah, we just lose the game. Because he actually Marsed us into somehow no supporter too. Because we could have forced the tie, but also like that Mars somehow gave us both of the only basic Pokemon in our deck. What are the odds of that? Does anyone know what the odds of that are? That's incredible. What an incredible turn of events that was. Shout out to this dude. He threw the game and then somehow Marsed us into the only 2 cards that wouldn't have also still forced the tie. I don't know what's going on anymore. He has Cyrus in hand anyway. All right. Stop the BM, dude. I'm done with the BM shenanigans. I really am. I really am. I honestly do feel like 2 Cyrus would be better than the Sabrina. I like Sabrina. It's just like Cyrus is a more... The issue with Cyrus is that you can't always play it. You know what I mean? That's why I think you only play 1 Cyrus in the deck. 50-50 either happens or he doesn't. Yeah, for sure. I think we climbed about 100 points this stream, which is pretty good, I would say. I'm China. You talk fast. 10% speed is great. Hello. I apologize. I do speak quickly, which I know is really tough for a translation perspective. We climbed like 600 spots on the ladder, which is pretty cool. Pretty sweet, I would say. But yeah. Peace out, guys. Have a great night, okay? The 3-hour streams are good for me. I don't have like... a lot in me personally. Like I can't stream forever. So the 3-hour streams are like a good balance in my mind. Thanks for the sub, Kevin. But yeah. Repel, well, we're playing Silvally, so you want mostly supporter cards in the deck. The issue with Cyrus and Sabrina is like sometimes they can't work. So if you play 2 Cyrus, then you have another supporter card in your deck that's situational and you can't always actually play it. You know what I mean? And even with 1 Cyrus, that ends up happening. But anyway. Peace out, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to everybody on the Twitch and supporting on the Twitch. All of the follows, I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Stay tuned. We might stream on Sunday. I'll be busy tomorrow, so no videos over the weekend, but we might stream on Sunday. If not, we'll be back on Monday for sure, and we'll have news of the next set, which I'm really excited about. I'm really happy to get some news. I think everybody would be really happy with some Pokemon Pocket news, and we'll cover it for sure here on the channel. Stay out here on the Twitch. We're going to raid. We're going to raid somebody. If we can do that somehow. I think I have to go to... Hold on. I'll figure it out. Yo, GG's, Jonathan. How do we do this? How do we raid? There's a way to do this. Hold on. There's like a stream. I can figure this out. Give me 1 second. I think it's the dashboard or something. Hold on. I got this. I'll do this. We got to pay it forward. Stream manager. Here we go. And we will raid. And we're going to raid Men of Steel. We're going to do it. Shout out to him. He's coming first up on my list. We're starting the raid. Peace out, guys. Have a good night. Goodbye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great night. Have a great weekend, especially. There we go. The raid has started. The raid has started. Peace out, guys. Should I wait to end the stream? I don't really know how it works, like when I raid. Is it okay if I just end it? Is it alright if I just end? Like, what do we do? I don't know what's going on. Wait, if I knock, what happens if I knock? No, that doesn't work. Okay. Right now. Did it work? I think it worked. I think we're raiding on Twitch. So shout out. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Good night. Good night, everybody. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.